Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Welcome to my new stream schedule. Um Alan always, I don't know what it is, like ever since the weather has been getting warmer, but he always tries to squeeze in like a few hours at the driving range before my stream. And the problem is like Hero can always tell when Alan is like just about to come home. Like I don't know if he can actually like smell him like all the way down like the street, but like Hero has been going off for the past like 10 minutes and I'm like, well, I can't really start if you're screaming. Hey Snoopy. All right, hey everyone. Hope everyone's doing good today. I have to admit, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this board on my desk, or up here for the build today, just because like it's a bit, I don't know, it's longer than the Gios. I usually use the Gios when I'm streaming just because it's a bit more portable. But I have to admit, after all of my bitching, I actually really like the CW. Oh, hey Sunny, thanks for the sub. Hi Elquan. Okay, you guys, I should have checked this before I like went ahead and got them commissioned, but I got locked out of like adding new like follower emotes because I don't think I've streamed enough like over the last like 2 years because I took such like a long break in like 2022. But we have new pink bean emotes. Yeah, it sounds good. Hi Matt. Yeah, honestly, I really like this. I must admit, I have not uploaded the typing test for this yet because I kind of fucked up the stabs a little bit. And it kills me because I had like extra time like with the stabs with this PCB like after I tried to do my initial build, like I had like a month. Um but like if you go to like my typing test, I think when I actually put like GMK Kohai on, like this stab in particular was like sticking a little bit. I don't know if I feel like it's kind of like evened out over time, but I've tried to take some lube off, put some back on, and then it would just like get stickier. So like I don't know what to do because the stabs sound like they kind of sound like shit. And I don't want to desolder them. Hi Flyback. Oh my gosh. I messed up the stabs in my capping and had to desolder and fix them. See, like for a 60%, yeah, I'm like kind of like hoping that if I just keep using it, like it will kind of go away and then I can like re-lube at least like the stems. Um I try to clean them off and every time I just try to add like a little bit more, like it would get stuck again. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with you. Um but otherwise, I do like the board. Front height is I'm learning to adjust. I'm learning to adjust. There's a half plate too, so I only desoldered the mods. This is a half plate. I don't know. Maybe I should just do it, so I can be like 100% happy with it. Yes, these were with TXAP. I spent so long on my enter key since it felt sluggish, but it turned out to be a warped keycap. Nah, I think this is definitely my skill issue. um, I think like for today for TXAP, like I normally lube like housing and stem. I think today I'm just going to lube the stem, see how that works out. But not sure if you guys have any tips. Oh, so many people are having TXAP issues. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better, Ankit. Sabi Sero, hello, how are you? I'm good, Sabi. How are you? Okay, yeah, I'm doing this only doing stem now. Okay, if other people are having issues with TXAP, it makes me feel a little bit better that we're all kind of having like a collective skill issue. It feels like. Okay, hero. Oh my God, Andromachy, Andrew. Hi, PB. Hi, Andrew. How are you? The tolerances for AP stabs are so tight that it's easy to be overlubed. I was expecting APs to be a lot better, TBH. I'm gonna be honest. I thought the Rev 3s were fine. Like I had, like my like Rev 3s, I didn't really have any issues with them. Like I know that a lot of people said that they had issues like with the wires bending. Fashion Tony, hello. Um, but for me, all of my builds with TXAP like were pretty much flawless. I think this one, sorry, with the Rev 3, like this is with Rev 3, and like I'm really happy with it. Um, TXAP, what is it? I've done now 3 builds with them. what is it? I had the Ryujin, the frog, and this. And I was only really happy with it in the frog. So like 1 out of 3, not doing so well. I feel like my best sets were Rev 1. Honestly, I wasn't really sure why we had so many revisions. But yeah, because I would agree that the early TX stabs were perfectly fine. I just bought some AP stabs for my June. I hope they aren't terrible. I don't think they will be. Like, you just have to use a lot less lube and lube less components than you normally would. But I don't know like how you normally do it, Andrew. Like my technique is pretty basic: wires, housing, stem. And I think housing and stem together just not good with TXAP. Coin on Keeps, thank you for the follow. Okay. Let's see. You guys are really making me feel a lot better though, because I was like actually losing my mind, like trying to unstick this stab. It has gotten a lot better over the course of the week. Like I've actually been using this like exclusively. Like I move it between like this desk and my like work desk every day, which is like kind of annoying because I have a Mac for work, and when I am working on my Mac, like I actually use like the trackpad, so like I rebind this to command and this to control because we don't really use control, but every time I like swap back and forth, I have to like hop into VIA and do the switch. But yeah, I gotta admit, CW88 talked a lot of shit. Still have a little bit of shit to talk because my replacement plate and PCB were supposed to get delivered yesterday. And then at the very last minute, UPS said like, sorry, delay. We're gonna deliver it in like 1 business day. So I guess it's gonna come tomorrow. So I don't know. We shall see. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully like all my address details are there. Like I don't remember like really like re-entering anything. That's like the only thing I can think. Why they didn't deliver yesterday? Like it was perfectly fine. Like weather-wise in Virginia. So we shall see. Okay. Right, so today's build is the F1-8X 722 commissioned by Sunny. We're going to be building it with Gateron cream sodas on an alu plate. I have never built an F1. I've also never built with Gateron cream sodas. I've been hearing a lot of hype from them from like other streamers and other content creators. So I actually haven't even like played with them. Like just kind of like in their like Switch form. So I guess you will get a first time reveal today. Okay. And I know you guys really love it when at the very end of stream I'm like furiously trying to like find all my keycaps, but today I actually took a little bit of time before stream to like find I think all the baggies of GMK Dracula that I have laying around. We shall see. Okay. There are a lot of things in here. I'm gonna take screws out. Oh, it's fucking heavy. Holy shit. All right, and while I have this here, maybe I should just check I have everything. I should. Okay, I see a plate. I see a PCB. Oh, interesting. I have a hot swap PCB. I might need scissors to cut the O-ring later. I have scissors. I always keep these scissors by my desk. Okay. All right, I guess I'm not soldering today because Sunny, I think I fucked up. I think I gave you back too many of your PCBs because this is the hot swap one. So might be a shorter stream today. Did your CW80 fit in the carry case? Yes, mine was a perfect fit. I did not have the issue with the with what is it, like the foam adhesive sticking on it. Drifting bunnies. I feel like you must never watch my stream. These are not new. We have new emotes, but unfortunately, I don't have the capability to add them to the follower tier. So sub only for now. Is there an O-ring in there? That's a good question. Oh my god. Okay, it's not in here. The bigger plastic bag. Okay. I really hope so. You know what? I should probably start doing an inventory of things before stream. I just assume everything's in there. I'm a big believer. All right. Here we go. O-ring. We can build. But we're not going to be soldering today. I'm actually very surprised. I get back too many PCBs last time. I'm sorry. But it's okay. Because is this R2? I'm actually not sure like which variant this is. Let me... Howdy, Typo MK. Yeah, I packed this before the meetup, so I don't remember what I put in there at all. Okay. Alright. You also had, like, this one screw that was laying around, in the case. I just put it in a bag so it wouldn't damage anything. I think just one of, like, the case screws came loose. Okay. So we have everything that we need to build. Look at the board, and then we will test the PCB. $722 is like the redesigned F1-8X. You also have an O-ring in the inside the board itself. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit loose. my bad. I think I normally watch my PC, so I didn't notice. All right, all good. All good. F1-8X V2 at the end of the month, though. I am actually like really broke, but I have wanted an F1 for like the longest time. Do we have... Okay. All right, so looking at it on... Let's see. All right, so looking at it on Instagram... I don't follow Geon like as closely as I should. I don't know. What are like the main difference? I'm probably going for it. Lower front height too. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people complain about the F1's, the original F1's front height. We're sending it. 325 USD is an insane price for an F1. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it's almost the same as Frog. Oh my god, I'm so broke. Okay, so I did not cop Keep Life tickets in the first drop because I was still trying to work out like my travel details. I have a friend who recently moved to LA, and I was trying to coordinate it with like my other friend who lives in Orlando, like for us to kind of have like a SoCal trip like around the time of Keep Life, but I wasn't 100% sure if like she was on board, so I didn't want to grab the ticket because then I would be like 300% like locked into going. But I'm going to SoCal now. I worked out like all of my travel plans, so if I don't anticipate not being able to cop tickets on Monday, but you know maybe I'm just a little I don't know, overconfident. But yeah, I will most likely be going to Keep Life. So if you're going, say hi to me. Vlogging it? I don't know because like okay, so my problem with vlogging is every time that I've tried to vlog, I don't take enough like B-roll or like still shots. Like it's just kind of like boards. And I like whenever I watch a vlog, like I personally literally like the B-roll, I like, you know, kind of like the talking segments and like I just don't really I've like done a lot of like practicing, I guess, but I just don't have like the vlogger mentality yet, because when I get to like sit down to like edit the footage, I'm like, this is kind of, I don't know, it's just like I don't have enough footage for what I want. But I can try. The other problem is like whenever I try to vlog, it like makes the experience of like whatever I'm doing like a little bit less enjoyable because I'm like too busy thinking about like camera work, the shots, and all of that. You're not annoying enough to be a vlogger. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. Let's see. I'm going to. It'll be my first meetup. Oh yay! Looking forward to seeing you, Tony. I will say I don't know if I'm gonna bring any boards because I don't have like a Pelican case, and I also just kind of don't want to travel with it. Like if anything, this would probably be the only board that I bring, just because it's like my smallest one. But like, I probably wouldn't bring like my Austin just because it's heavy. And I don't know, it just seems like the potential for damage is high. You're our official representative of Nova at Keeb Life, so tell all the homies I said hi. Will do, will do. Okay. All right, so this is the board, wedge side. It's really heavy. I don't know. Really looking forward to this one. We have lots of O-rings, so I don't know why we were all struggling. I've traveled with boards and a carrying case inside the check-in luggage before without issues. All right, the back is like kind of plain, but it has the F1-8X 722 engraving with I don't really know what to call this. The stats, board stats. It says model F1-8X 722 TKL, material aluminum 6063 C360, weight 32 kilograms, and 9-degree angle. I'm definitely checking in a bag, but I usually check in a bag just because I have I feel like I just dropped a screw. Sorry, I dropped an O-ring piece. I don't know, like as a girl, like I like to carry all of like 3.2 kilograms. Did I say 32? 3.2. But like I normally always check in a bag when I fly because I like to have all of my liquids. And I just don't like the act of like having to put them into like the smaller bottles. You can carry them when you're carry on, but I get really stressed whenever I check in a bag if like because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I am always the last person to like have their bag come off like the carousel. Like I will just be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and like that anxiety of like, do they have my bag? Did they lose it? I don't fucking know what to do if they lose it. Um, I'm not quite ready, emotionally ready to take a keyboard on that journey through that ride. But I don't know. There's a lot of time between now and September. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, very nice tie. Yeah. I really like the knife emote. I think it's the favorite one that I had made. But I know that I was talking to Amipon. Amipon and Alan really like this one. But yeah, I'm really bummed I can't add them to like the follower emote tier. Only because I haven't streamed for 60 days over the last 2 years. Kind of ass. Kind of sucks. Right. Hang on. There was someone who followed. I forgot to say thank you. They're cute emotes though, right? Wise Donkey, thank you for the follow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this away now. Very shiny, very beautiful. I'm gonna put actually all of the O-ring pieces into this bag. Yeah, the emotes were done by she's in the community. Her name is Mini Boonbun. She popped into the stream I'm gonna say maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, okay, now I have formally met you. because I originally came across her work when I was on Etsy, and I was just looking for like cute pixel art to like have for like channel points. um, and I saw her work, but her emote commissions were closed. So once she actually like followed the stream, I was like, hey, any chance, I could like join your wait list? Like, I'm willing to wait because really I just wanted these emotes to be done in time for my Final Fantasy 16 stream. But they were done much quicker than that. Maybe by then I will have achieved, the 60 days in 2 years, but Twitch doesn't really like do a good job of like telling you like where you're at in terms of like hitting that achievement. So I don't know. We're just kind of vibing until then. Okay. FF16 stream, hell yeah, dude. Andrew, I took off release day, which is on Thursday, and the Friday after, and I'm gonna be streaming like I'm trying to stream like 8 hours like every day, like that entire like long weekend. I bought the PS5 like on Friday, so right now I'm a little broke. It makes me very nervous that this thing just keeps clanking on itself. Yeah, maybe that loose screw should not have been loose. I probably won't watch LOL since I will be playing myself. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's gonna be fun. I hope so. I've never attempted like a stream like that before. Like even when I was doing like gaming streams, I think I would go up to like 3 or maybe like 4 hours. But usually like what is like my bottleneck isn't like my interest or really even my stamina. It's actually like my chair. So like this chair is pretty comfy. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like it's not an Aaron. I know it's not like the most ergonomic. I have my ergonomic office chair that you can see in the back, so I don't like work from this chair anymore. But I just find that like sitting here, like cross-legged, even leaning back, like I just like I don't know. Like sometimes like my tummy hurts. Like I don't know. So that's why I'm gonna be rolling our love sack into this room. Um, I've ordered a couple of like extension cables, especially like for my IEMs, because it's like I can actually move this arm out pretty far with my mic, but there are probably other things that need to be extended because I'll probably like have to like change up like where all the cameras are situated. Yeah, the gaming chairs are comfy until they're not. I just wish it didn't cost like $1 million to get to get like a real ergonomic office chair. And I don't know, like I know you can buy like used errands and whatnot online. But for me personally, I don't know. I kind of want my butt to be the only butt that's ever sat in it. You know what I mean? It's been a minute since I've been this hyped for a game release, so I'm living vicariously through you. I'm really excited. Again, I'm a really big fan, or I'm really looking forward to 16 because I am a really big fan of 14, and it's the same game director between 14 and 16. So the expectations are pretty high. The other thing is I need to like find the clip, but one of like the biggest complaints that like Final Fantasy 14 graphics had was that the grapes, like the polygons for like the grapes in game, were too low res. So the game director Yoshi P actually came out and said that was the first thing we checked, that the polygons for the grapes in Final Fantasy 16 were good. I think gaming chairs are awful. I actually don't like the Aaron. I like the Mirror a lot more. Hot take, Aaron isn't that comfy. I agree. I don't think the Aaron is actually a good chair. Okay. All right. We got some Aaron discourse in chat. Okay. I think the only time I've actually sat in an Aaron was when my last before they closed down my office and took us all remote, we had errands there, and I thought it was fine, but I'm gonna be honest, I like a little headrest. And I know, what is it? The M Body is a really popular like chair from Herman Miller, but the headrest is like aftermarket, and I've heard like it's a group buy. It's like a fucking like headrest group buy, and people are not happy with the fact that it's a group buy. And I'm like, please, no more group buys, please. I sit on the Aaron at work, and I just can't get around to liking it. We argue about this all the time, Alan. I love the steel case chairs we have at work. I've seriously thought of getting a PS5 because new Solid Snake and God of War. Steel case makes nice chairs. We have a steel case at work. Comfy. Human scale is also pretty good. Okay. Maybe I just need to, well, I don't have money for it right now. My problem is like if I go to demo something, like if I go to actually, I need to pull up Via. If I go to actually like sit in office chairs and like try them out, what's going to end up happening is that I'm going to walk out with a new office chair. Like, I just, if I like something, the need for instant gratification is just there. All right. This should become a chair review channel. I can review 3 chairs. I can review, gosh, what is it? We have 2 Secret Labs. The one behind me is, what is it? Autonomous? It's actually not very well reviewed, but I find it comfy, and it was like, not like super cheap, but it wasn't like break the bank Herman Miller. When you've been walking around all day shopping, every chair is going to feel great. True shit, like mattress shopping. Aqua's Bliss liquidation chairs are pretty good too. Okay, save some bread. Sitting in a chair review 7th on sitting in chairs for 12 hours. Possibly. Okay, what do I do when the PCB is like not VIA compatible? Like, how do I test it? Do I just like... Is it on now? Oh, okay. It is VIA compat. I don't know what happened. Just like took a second. Now the RGB is on. Okay, now it's actually working. My bad. We're good. Why is it so small? Okay. Alright, we're gonna test this bad boy. Turn off key sounds. Okay, Sunny, just to show you, right? I've done nothing to this PCB. Like, what's going on? We got F9, F10, F11, 0, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Just for like some context, I gave back the frog that I built for Sunny, and he was like, wait a minute, the F row is like shifted over slightly. And at first I thought he was saying like the F row keys like don't work. Like, I was like, what happened? And like F11, F12 was like a num key or something like that. But it's happening again here too. I don't see the problem. F1-8K, I think, endgame layout, TKL numpad, kind of base. I mean, it's it's a choice. I don't know, like, if you bought this PCB from someone, like, how it came to be, but it's very interesting. I guess because, like, I don't really use, like, the TKL cluster keys, so it's like, I guess, like, I just didn't check, or I didn't, like, notice when we were testing. Right, this one is the Frog F1-8K layout that Geon has. You can swap out the cluster with numpad. Who is even using home and page up to stick the numbers there? It's true, Ty. We're always asking for innovation in the keyboard space, and you know what? Like, lit. I think I'm gonna do that when I sell a keyboard now. I'm gonna put some random moving around of the keybinds. I've been in the market for a Southpaw FRL TKL. I'm gonna be honest, Tony, that sounds so niche. But like, what my time in keyboards has taught me is that even if the layout is niche, Just like wait a little bit and someone will come out with it. Like FRL, TKL. Okay, like I will probably get one eventually. Maybe the Clara by Drift Mechanics, but it's very interesting, like how the FRL trend is just like really like taken off. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people just like to buy things because they're new. And like I don't know, like FRL very trendy right now. I don't know if you guys get that same vibe. There should be a new PCB from Geon though, so buy Tenet. I've seen a few Southpaw FRLT grills. Tenet 70. Southpaw FRLT grill with the screen. Southpaw is underrated. I've thought of getting the Tenet, but the board doesn't sound very good. I love buying things and spending money. True shit. True shit, Andrew. Real. So real for that. Yeah, Ty, you should have let me build your Tenet because I feel robbed of the experience of not applying, what is it, 40 gaskets? I struggle with each one individually, but like, is it actually 40? My Tenet sounds pretty great. IMO. Probably get a cycle 7 to see the case system. Pog. We love purchases. I just got hit with 5 ads. SMH. No. Okay, is this did I activate everything? Okay, no I didn't. Honestly, Twitch ads are like insane. And I apologize on behalf of Jeff Bezos. Okay, it all works. It all works. We're so good. It all works. I was Twitch Turbo, so I don't get ads anywhere on Twitch now. Dude, I was thinking about getting Twitch Turbo, but the problem is like they just raised their prices from like $8.99 to what was it, like $11.99? And there's like no extra benefit for like streamers or anything. It's just Amazon saying more money, please. I hate giving Bezos money, but I can't afford to sub to all the homies. You know what? It's true. No, it's real. I'm gonna be honest, like I really appreciate anyone who like can sub. You don't have to, right? Unless you really want to use the pink bean emotes. But again, that's not my choice. I would rather have them like be in the free follower tier. But Jeff Bezos said, "Sorry, girl, you didn't stream enough." I'm like, okay, it's kind of fair. I have to pay for my own Netflix now, so no money for Twitch. Oh my god, I don't know if we're gonna get like our own Netflix account. There's stuff that like I still need to finish watching on there. Like I didn't finish watching Queen Charlotte. I think we're on like episode like 3 or 4. I'm like not I don't like 100% remember, but my mom texted me. I didn't think the news would get to her, but she was like, "So they're tracking us now and you probably have to get off the account." And I was like, "Mom, you're not supposed to like notice those kinds of things, okay, Mom?" Like have you seen Beef and the Glory? I haven't seen Beef. I haven't seen the Glory. I'm gonna be honest. I like don't watch as many shows. I think as like normal people do. Like I kind of like to watch like my comfort shows, and it takes a lot for me to actually commit to like a new show. I did start watching Succession because Andrew would talk about it all the time on Discord. And I kind of just wanted to know like what all the memes were about. Like, if I'm being honest, like I usually will watch something just so I can feel included in like the pop culture discourse. Like Euphoria, one of them. Succession is another. But Succession, I'm like 2 episodes into season 2, so I spoiled myself already because it finished, and I was like, I want to know. Like, I want to know. Yeah, TBD about pick it back up. I watch a lot of seasonal anime. They're just so easy to watch. My problem with seasonal anime is like you finish. Okay, seasons are so short now. They're only 12 episodes, maybe 24 if you're lucky, but like usually 12 now. And like you just get through that like so quickly and then you're waiting like 2 years for the next season if you get a next season. But I am watching Hell's Paradise, or I started it. I think I'm just waiting for more episodes to build up because we kind of have like our rotation of like what we watch, and Hell's Paradise is just one where it's like I'm not like super pressed about keeping up on it weekly. This season we're watching Gundam. I haven't watched last night's episode yet. I've heard it's gonna be spicy, so after the stream is probably what I'm gonna do. Um, but let's see, Hell's Paradise. We're watching like level like 999 with Yamada, and like why Liliana ended up at the Duke's mansion. I really love like the main lead, like the male lead in that, but the art is kind of jank. So like it's like kind of hard to watch sometimes. Um, but one show that I really enjoyed this this season is Dead Mount Death Play, and I'm actually like a bit surprised about it because it's made by the same creator as Durarara, which was like fucking everywhere when I was on Tumblr, like during my like true like era of degeneracy, and I could not fucking stand Durarara. Like that shit was so like fake deep and boring. It just like wasn't for me. And like I tried to get Alan to like watch it because I was like, maybe if you watch it with me, like I'll be able to get through it. Because again, like I don't like to like I get FOMO with like pop culture references and memes. So like I will opt in to media just so I can understand what the fuck is going on. Like leading up to like the Midnight's release of Taylor Swift, I've got to admit I'm like not really a Swiftie. I've actually on paper, I've actually been like a long time like Taylor Swift like hater because I just know a lot of like celebrity gossip. Like it's just like a niche interest of mine. Um but I was listening to a shit ton of Taylor Swift like leading up to the release of Midnight's because I was like, okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see where it's going because everyone's making such a big fucking deal out of it. Um, and then after the album came out, I was going, whatever, back to my regular life. Death Play is amazing. I'm loving it. Death Play is really good. Death Play is really good. I'm also really liking Mashley. It's kind of like what is it like the fucking like It's like a Harry Potter parody, right? Like it's like Harry Potter parody anime, but the main character is he's a muggle. He's a squib. I don't like he doesn't have magic. So I think he's a muggle. But he could also be a squib. But I didn't catch like the backstory if he was like in a magical family or not. I tried so hard getting into Do Rah 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 and I got like a season in before realizing I'm never gonna know what the point of the show is because there's no point. Yeah, they're just living. They're just living. And then they had more seasons, and it's like I'd like to know what was going on, but if I'm being honest, like new shows always got to move on. Like life is short. I can't watch every single show out there. I'm gonna be honest. I did not look. I don't remember if this board is uh da-da-da-da. Okay. It's not Winky List. Okay. Sunny, are you still here? I forgot to ask you what you want for your layout preferences. If you want 7U bottom row, stepped caps. I don't know. Like for me, default is always going to be 7U bottom row with stepped caps. Like that's just, my preferred layout. This PCB is 6.25 only, no step. Okay. All right. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't assume and I'm glad I asked. Um okay. That's a little bit painful. A little bit painful. And I have to say, aesthetically, I normally like stepped caps is like my favorite, but I put GMK Analog Dreams on my Geos just to like freshen it up, and I'm gonna be honest, Wade is a homie. I do not like this caps lock, and I do not like this icon only backspace. I don't know if this is like correct, right? Like if this is how it's supposed to be done, but like for me personally, the set on this board looks not as good as I would want it to because I don't like how this looks. I don't like how this looks. Honestly, I think normie PCBs should be I don't know. I think we need to just start forcing 7U bottom row and step caps. Like normies adjust. Normies just need to adjust. We have all our stems. Okay, I'm gonna like look and see if the stabs are straight. I feel like I should put more like love and care into wire balancing. I just feel like it's all kind of fake. I don't know. Like I feel like if a wire is bad out of the box, it's just kind of a bad wire, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Axiom has the right idea. Their hot swap PCBs for 7U and step caps. Very based Axiom. 10U PCBs should be more common. I agree. I agreed. I need more 10U caps. I need every GMK set. I need GMK1 to start producing 10U spacebars. But I also need them to go back through the archives, through every set, especially every set that I bought, and make a 10U spacebar for it because I need them to match. I need them to match. Okay. All right, we're going to use, again, our tiny dielectric grease. Tiny. I actually did like how this applied. Okay, and I just need to remember as I'm going into this that I do not want to apply any lube inside the housings. We're doing stem only. I have to remind myself so I don't know, my habits just don't kick in. They can't consistently make 7U spacebar straight. I can't wait for the 10Us. Look, it's fine. Like, have I had warp spacebars? Yes. Is it mostly fine in the board? Yes. At the end of the day, you know, this is the price we pay for GMK. Extra toppings. Hi, PB. It isn't Monday. This is great. How's the build going? Build is not really started, but it's gonna be great. It's hot swaps, no foam, so that's really the easiest build that you can do. But yes, no more Monday streams, although it was really fun to take off every single Monday in the month of May, but it's not like a normal thing that I do. I'm just really glad that we're out of graduation season because that was what was robbing me of all my weekends, and like personally I need my weekends. Like if you fill my weekend with an activity that I can't avoid, I'm taking Monday off. Like I'm sorry, like I need to have the day off. Like I need a day to recover from shenanigans. Yes, extra. I was very sad that you could not make any of my Monday streams. I was like, this is proof that I need to go back to streaming on another day. Yes. The next couple of board streams, let's see. So I will have a gap in board streams just for Final Fantasy 16. I think you guys, that's fine. Next week is probably going to be, it's either going to be the Daifuku edition of the KBD Fans 3D60 or Bias TKL. And then after the 11th, after next week, that's when we will have a bit of a break, just for 1 week, and then we'll get back to the boards. I'm in this kind of like weird holding pattern where I have the Andromeda and the D60 here, but I'm just waiting for the switches to come in, from the people who commissioned me for them. For the D60, the person who commissioned me Like, I actually have like a spare set of banana splits laying around, and she's always wanted to try them. So the weight is really on me to like lube the switches up. But F1 has been sitting here longer, so F1 got priority over lubing. And any excuse I can use to not lube switches, I'm gonna take it actually, because I am like the slowest luber on earth. Alan, can you get me a wet paper or towel? Thank you. Also, Alan is here today. He was not here last stream. So if you guys want to redeem your channel points for Alan to take over, you can. Because also, we're not soldering today. So if you guys redeem it, right? Then he won't have to solder with his left hand. He doesn't have to solder at all. Oh, you get to try the cream sodas. Curious to see how you like their factory lube. So I think these have been lubed over Snoopy by Sunny. So I will not get to try it, but I've heard a lot of hype about the cream sodas. No soldering, baby. It's a Christmas miracle. Voodoo Bear with the raid of 24. Thank you so much, Voodoo Bear. How are you? F1's so lit. F1 is so lit. All right, hi Raiders. I'm always really bad at the spiel, but I've been rehearsing in my head, so let me try to get it out. My name is Phoebe. I also go by PB, but online you also may know me as Marshmellohs. I designed EPBT Superstar. Don't ask me about when it's gonna come. I'm waiting on KBD fans at EPBT to get back to me. I was a game streamer a couple of years ago, kind of like on and off, and recently I've been getting back into streaming keyboard builds. Yeah, really happy to have you here, and yeah, thank you for hanging out today. For I guess like as far as like upcoming streams go, I will be having a very very extended long play stream of Final Fantasy 16 once that releases. So if you don't have a PS5, because I didn't have a PS5 before this, and you want to watch 16, come hang out with me starting June 22nd. Okay, all right, let me catch up on chat. Welcome, Raiders. Who is your Blackpink bias? What's Blackpink? Where's Superstar? It's I have the samples. That's all I have. I feel like it should be soon. They were making it sound like it was going to be very soon, but I asked them at the very end of May, and for an update, I was like, "Hey, any news, you guys?" Like I always do, and they're like, "No, nothing." And I'm like, "Okay, well, so sorry, KBD fans." I almost dropped the shit. Oh god. Okay. Also, where GMK? When GMK Superstar? Look, if you guys actually like how EPBT Superstar came out, if you guys trust me again to run another keycap group buy, right? Because I'm gonna be honest, I just get too much anxiety about it having a color matching scandal on my hands. So that's why I've not pursued a single keycap set since then. Which that's not a popular opinion. I'm losing out on a lot of money making opportunities. But yeah. Oh, Kikobo Superstar. Dude, Kikobo won't talk to me, man. Kikobo, in talking to like a lot of my designer friends, like they have been very hard to get in contact with. Like I don't want to say like they ghost, but it seems like they only want to talk to vendors. And unfortunately, I do not have the strong arm of Novel Keys in my corner. But I'm curious if Popcorn would. I don't know. It is something to consider. Just don't run it with Mexico. What's going on with Mexico? Just kidding. I already know. But Mexico drama was kind of yikes. I joined that server like to look at something else, and then all of that shit started happening, and I was like, I joined just in time to see the drama. Like oh my god, why did she come out like that? Ew. Nasty. Gross. Oh, Akigami, thank you for the follow. Thank you everyone else who followed. I feel like I need to set up my bot that actually shows the message in chat because I don't see the notification. It goes away. I tried to get into contact with yeah, I think Kikobo declined working with Zenclack. I tried to get in contact with Kikobo, never got a response, kind of disappointed. Yeah, seems like Gion and NK have the pulse of KKB. JTK is underrated AF. I think the only problem with JTK is they also go pretty dark when it comes to like feels like set progress. Like maybe it's also like the group buy runners, but I feel like okay, JTK Dreaming Girl. Where is it? Who's got the pulse on that? You know? Because I'm gonna be honest, I am a what is it, a Sakurajima my fan. I did not really like Dreaming Girl that much because I didn't like that the mods were white. But where did that set go? Have y'all seen it? I have not seen it. And I'd be on the lookout for keycap sets. So I feel like if I haven't seen it with my very limited searching, it's not around. It's not here. They're at 2 years right now. True, JTK be quiet as hell. Yeah, that's my problem. It's like quality might be nice, you know, but like having run an EPBT group buy, any like Manu who just goes like completely dark or is hard to communicate with, it's like kind of a no for me. But yeah, Kikobo Superstar would be nice, but I'm curious how Kikobo Darling will fare because I think like so far Kikobo has really mostly done like very like I don't want to say like boring, but very like neutral typical colors. Like I know that Ankit ran the what is it, like the RGB mods? I don't think it's the right word. I don't remember what it's called. Sorry, Ankit. And that came out nice, right? But it's like I want to see how Kikobo does with Darling because I think that's gonna be like their first real test of like a truly custom set. I would say Divinity may have some contact with Kikobo as well since they sell Kikobo Art Life and Giga Chad extension. Oh, that's right, it's a Giga Chad. As long as they're quiet and deliver quality, I'm sick of quiet then shit quality after. Well, the problem is like if you get good, like you're betting on the fact that they'll have good quality and like a Manu can just shit the bed whenever they want. Like not really whenever they want, but like you just never know when shit is gonna blow up. Like Mexico, for example, like pretty ran a lot of sets, you know, pretty good reputation in the community, and now like in the course of like it felt like a few months, really just like a day when everything started blowing up, like that's just kind of shot to shit. Kikobo Glacier turned out really nice. Safe is a good word, Aki. KKB Poltergeist soon. You just never know when the bed has shit. It's very true. True, too true. Looking at you, Milky Way. Oh. Who said that? Who said that? Reliable doesn't mean anything in this hobby anymore. It's sad. Yeah, and like not to, you know, start a fight, but like Key Cult, like the change in reputation that Key Cult has had since like I first joined the hobby back in like 2020 is like crazy. My hands hurt. Kikogo is a pretty good rep since they've worked with Gion, so standards are pretty high. I feel like okay, so Kikobo has only done in stock. Okay, so like I think where Kikobo is doing right is that they've only done in stock drops. Like I don't know if they've done any like group buys, but you guys feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, right? And when you do in stock, right? You don't have like the same issues with the GB where, you know, the renders don't match and then everyone's upset. Like you just take pictures of like what you literally have. But in order to like get the money, the funding for in stock, you really need a vendor that got money. And I don't know, like I'm not Mito, I'm not Bip, you know, I'm not Played, you know, I'm not a big name designer that just like has enough clout to just have like a vendor sponsor me like that. At least for like an in-stock keycap group buy. And that's like where the bad keycap GB like experiences have just kind of ruined things for like smaller designers, because like, yeah, they can be problematic, right? But like we have good designers out there that have good ideas that could only be run as a GB, and that's only because, you know, we don't have like big name designer clout. Kind of the same thing with boards too. It's like you have like the big brands like Dieelectric and QWERTY Keys like come out with like their lineup of boards, and now like for a lot of newcomers, like that becomes like their standard. Like everything should be at a certain price point because this brand delivers them at that price point. Anything above that price point, like you're just price gouging. But anyone who's ever like tried to run anything, like it's not like you're probably making like a little bit more money, you know, but it's not like it's just kind of the just kind of, you know, that's just kind of how it works. Still don't have Heresy, and it was just red on black. Yeah, Heresy delays were. Well, I will say, I don't know, like the Heresy got delayed because of the scratching issue. I think you'd rather have them held back than have them scratch, but I don't know, sometimes like you just want like the item in your hand. Oh, thank you for following Eve Astrology. Sure, Gail more people than quality. KKB Miami Dawn group I ran recently. Okay. Again, but Miami Dawn, is that like a, or is that Miami Nights where it's based off of an existing keycap set? If it's a rerun, oh, thank you for following Keeks. Vendors buying folds, more GMK extras is catching up and hurting them. When you see NK have a 99 GMK sale at the same time in the same set for the 6th time, dude, they need to put Analog Dreams for $99. I don't think that they will. I feel like it's selling like pretty well. Like this is a pretty goated set. I'm not gonna lie, but I was kind of hoping that with some of these $99 sales that Anal Dreams would be one of them. Eve, I love your chair. I have the same one. Oh, just matching chairs. Funny because I was talking a little shit about it earlier about how it's comfy for streaming, like for a little bit of time, but I have a hard time like actually gaming at my desk like for long extended periods of time. I don't know, just something about it. But I will say, I like it's nice, but it's nice, but it could be better. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just like couch pilled now. So like I splurged. I splurged on my couch after we moved into this condo, and it took like 6 months to deliver, and I was bitching about it for the longest time because it just felt like that when I ordered it, everything just had to be a group buy, like even a goddamn couch. But I've come to learn this is kind of how like furniture shopping is, nothing new. But I don't know, ever since I got that couch, I've been spending like a lot less time at my PC just because like it is just so fucking comfy. And sometimes I'm like, wow, I wish I could have my PC at my couch. It wouldn't quite work. Yeah, I'm using an armless living room chair so I can sit cross-legged. Okay. I sit cross-legged constantly in this. But I have I don't remember like what the size names were for what is it, for the Secret Lab series, but I have like I think I have the Omega. Alan has the Titan, and I didn't realize this, but my chair, like the base, is kind of like cupped like this. So when I sit cross-legged, I actually hit like the edges of the curve. And whenever I sit in Alan's chair, it's like too wide for me to actually use the armrests, but it's a flat base, so like it's comfier to sit in. So it's like, I don't know, maybe I fucked up. I have the big boy chair, but my legs are too big, my booty don't fit. Girl, that's a privilege. That is a privileged Eve. Yeah, chair shopping is actually really hard. Like, I didn't realize this, but like there is a lot of chair. Oh, thank you for following Deez and Boba. Nice name. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands actually because the lube is a bit sticky. Okay, BRB. Ooh, I love these overlays. Thank you. I will say one thing about this overlay that is really funny to me. I just bought it off Etsy, right? Um, if you like look at these, I've talked about this before, but like, what the fuck is this layout? Like, this is definitely based off of the like this overlay is like definitely based off of like PictoChat on Nintendo DS. But like, what the fuck is this layout? This is not how it looked when we were back on our DSs, or we were on our Nintendo DSs. This is how swishy things. I don't even think it's like. Is this a 40? If this is like a 30, I don't know. Hi Hallie. Good morning. Oh my god, it's so cute. I would use this. Like the keyboard? You would use a keyboard with this layout? Or like the overlay? Definitely one of the definitely one of the layouts of all time. The overlay. Okay. My stream overlay came cursed and had the chat go from bottom to top like on Sterling. You can change that. You can definitely change that. I don't know. I am not like a master of like Twitch overlays or whatnot, but I do find it fun to go in every now and again, experiment. Okay, can't believe this is the shorter one, right? Let me just check. Okay, it's the shorter wire. Yeah, it was like the first thing I changed. Very good, Hallie. By the way, I'm loving the Cappy 60. I'm enjoying it more and more as I type on it. What switches did you use? I know you said got an alu half plate. I think for a future stream, I will eventually rebuild this with alu half. I just need to say, I just need to wait for my wallet to recover so I can buy more switches. I have like a shit ton of long pole switches here, but I actually don't like long poles, and I bought them before I like developed that taste. So it's like, damn, I should probably sell these at some point. But I have them in a IKEA like pegboard, so like they're kind of displayed. So it's like I don't know if I get rid of them, then I'll feel like I need to do a refill so the display is looking nice again. Need my tweezers. SP Star Yanyu with 67 grams TXXL springs on alu half. Yo, let's fucking go. I don't like long poles either. Very based flyback. I feel like every new Switch that's coming out these days is long pole. Like it's definitely the trend right now. And I'm just like I'm just kind of over it. I don't know. Like what is that meme with like the height curve? Where like at the beginning you use cherry switches and at the end you use cherry switches. Like I'm kind of tired of keeping up. Like I get it. Like I get it now. Yeah, for sure. Long pole's the meta right now. They need to start making switches with flex cuts. No, no, no more flex cuts. I talked to Keycaps about that too, since their newest switch is another long pole. Yeah, that's my thing. It's like now that I've realized I don't like long poles, every time I see a new switch coming out, everyone's like, losing their shit over it. Like, it's long pull, I snooze. But it saves me money, I guess. Not being excited about every Switch that's coming out. It's a real perk, I guess. What don't you like about long pull? Travel or sound? It's the travel for me. I don't mind it as like a spacebar switch, but like when it's all of my keys, like my alphas, I do not like it. I actually have a Penyu in my spacebar, on my Austin. So like I've given it a fair shot. There are about as many long pull recolors as regular now, it seems. Every Switch is re-releasing long pull edition. What is your favorite Switch recently? I like Popu's. Um, they're just the prettier version of OP Blacks. They just don't have enough anymore. At one point I had like a surplus of them, so I was using them in like probably too many builds, but now I'm like out and I need to find a hookup for them again. I don't know, like I'm not like some people are really dedicated and like have like everything about their build match from like the switches to the keycaps to the everything, and I'm fine with just like one pretty colored switch and then one boring switch. Like I see the appeal of MX Blacks like 100% now, but they just require like a little bit too much work sometimes, and like the scratch like it do take some getting used to after being stuck in I don't know, JWK land for too long. Is it? Let's see. So is primarily 3 point. I think it's 3.5 millimeters. That's usually the trouble. Like when I think of long pole, I think of thinking like historic long poles, Punkshoe. Long pole and spacebar is always nice. The only thing is that they get fatiguing. Just recently discovered similar, was loving clack bits, typing on oil kings for a few weekends when I switched back, noticed the short travel, yeeted them, and put my MX Blacks on again. Popu's OP Blacks are goated. They're so good, man. Stabs need to match too, don't forget. I've used TX long pull stabs in one build, and it was definitely better, but I do kind of agree that like if you just don't hit your spacebar on like the far side of the spacebar, which I think most people aren't doing, it's actually fine. Like most regular stabs are fine, but it is nice to get long pull stabs if you, I don't know, I guess have the money for them. Money always be the deciding factor of, do I want to try this new shiny thing in keyboards. I love my Gateron pinks. I actually feel excited to type on them. I have not tried. Are box pinks silent? Why did I think they were silent switches? Tactiles are fun too. Yeah, I have recently had the pleasure of building a couple of MX Browns for a few commissions, and I understand like tactile world a lot more now. MX Browns did nothing wrong to get all the hate that they did. I remember watching LOL Stacks. They got a batch of OP Blacks, and some come with a long pole, and some come lubed with a different spring. I was like, huh? That really is a huh moment, Snoopy. Oh, I meant the color of the stabs need to match the rest of the build. Oh. Okay. You're probably thinking of Kale Silent Box Pinks. You know what? I think I am. I know that box switches are probably safe now, but I just remember like all of the, I don't want to call it propaganda, but when I was first like coming into the world of custom keyboards, like everybody was like, box switches will fuck up your GMK. So I just have not really dipped my toes into that. Hello, Aaronish. How are you? I'm glad you're liking the build beats. Which linear is your favorite? Again, I'm really boring. I like Popu's. Like, here. Like, look at him. It's purple. It's cute. It's got a, I think it's technically it has like a milky top. I actually don't know that much about like Switch components. Like whenever people are like PC top, nylon bottom, I'm like, okay, it's cool. But I feel like there is like kind of like a science to them. Like if I were to really evaluate all of the materials that my favorite switches are made out of, like it would probably start to mean something to me. Um, but I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I just go off of vibes. Like I don't want to get into all of the science. Honestly, same. PC top, nylon bottom, palm stem, goat combo. But again, like, is that like rare? Like, I don't know. I know what is it? Is it the what is it? There's like I think Canon Keys is now selling it, so you can have like all of the different components. Like mix and match all of the different components. That's just like a lot to manage mentally. Um, I was on like a keyboard. I was on keyboard TikTok. Um, and I can't remember her name. Um, there was a girl who had like a shit ton of like containers of like all of the different like tops and bottoms, like kind of from that like mix and match thing that KB was it Canon Keys has going on, and it was just a lot. It was just a lot to look at. I was like, I already get overwhelmed like looking at like a bag of like 80, 90 switches, but to see them all disassembled and just like ready to go, it's like, girl, it's a factory over there. You don't know about PC tops and nylon bottoms? I do like full palm switches. Here's favorite combo. Uche Studio. Okay. Just like how dustproof stems make all the switches sound deeper, it's not off the table for a design, but zero desire to do them because of the innate sound change. Oh, very interesting. Also, Snoopy, for how do they mess with GMK? I think this was back when when box switches were only made by Kale, and this was when I think like box Jades and box Navies were first like coming out. So it was a while ago, but I just remember back then reading like you need to be careful with box switches because they can crack your GMK stems from being like not spec'd properly. And there was actually like a whole accessory that you could buy called like a stem shaver where you would, I guess, apply it to all of your box switches, or maybe it was the keycap, I don't know, but you would use it to make them compatible with each other. The cruciformer, is that what it was called, Voodoo? Like, again, it's like I think like what has been really good for the hobby, even though like we don't have like we don't have like that same velocity of newcomers anymore. There's just been so much innovation in the space to just make building keyboards a lot easier, and the fact that people are safely using box switches now without having to know about the cruciformer, the stem shaver, that's progress because that's just so much fucking work. Like I could not imagine I could not imagine shaving down each switch or each keycap to get them to be compatible with each other. Like, I'm just not gonna do that. Okay. The stem shaver is a relic of the past. Okay, well, some of you guys remember it though, so like, I'm not crazy. What is this? Oh. Sometimes I get like a notification from like Venmo, right? And I'm like, ooh, maybe someone's just like randomly sent me money. And it's always like, you've been selected to apply for the Venmo credit card. And I'm like, I don't fucking want the Venmo credit card. Like, what does it do for me? I like did get the Venmo like debit card a few years ago because they were like, oh, you can pick whatever color you want. And I was like, oh, I want a cute pink card. I just like don't use it because I transfer all my money to my bank and out of Venmo. 420 blaze it. Is it 420? I mean, it do be. If you live in a legal state, go for it. Take a puff for me. Take a puff for me, lads. Dude, okay. Speaking of like, what is it like? Switches, lubing, 420. I saw a post on RMK today where someone said that they ate a gummy and then they lubed all of their switches, like all of the switches they had in their house, over the course of like 5 hours. And I'm just gonna admit something brave. Hypothetically, if I were to do something like that, I don't move faster, I move slower. Like it it would take me all day to just do like a batch of like 40, not even as many as you need. So it's like when people say they can be like ultra productive with the help of a gummy, I'm like, I don't want to say cap, you know, because everyone's experience is different, but it's like, what is it like? Like you're built different. You're built different from me at least. I don't know. Maybe I'm maybe I'm the freak. Geon makes them actually still sells the stem trimmers. Yeah. That's some ADHD right there. Just took 3 hours to lube 90 root beer floats, LMAO. I mean, but you did it, Punkshoe. Like that's quick. I'm slow as fuck. That's why I hate lubing switches, but I don't know. I would have to shop around for a dedicated person to lube switches for me, but like for now, it's fine. Okay. I am incapable of doing things under the influence. Yeah, I just don't I don't expect any productivity if I'm under the influence. And I just think a society would agree with that. Oh, thank you for following, D-Lau. My first time lubing 90 vertical took me 6 hours and change. It was certainly an experience. Dude, I feel like I'm still there. So, I don't know, Punkshoe, like you're kinda goated. Like, what's the technique? Tell us the secrets. Also, I feel like I either broke off one extra or I dropped a shim. I did from the spacebar. Okay. Oh, thank you for following, Keegan. You're doing good. I've hustled through 70 switches in just an hour. Yeah, I agree with you, Zay. How the fuck are you guys doing it so fast? Okay, do you guys use a lube station or do you like do them one by one? Because I was using a lube station for a while, but what I would do is that I would lube like each component individually and then I would like assemble at the end. And I think that's just not the right way for me to do it because I just like wouldn't. It would take me hours just to finish like a single switch, like in that sense. And I don't know. I think one by one is the move. It is a skill issue. Okay, it's a skill issue. That's why I don't do lubing streams. I've done a lubing stream in the past, a few of them, and like I can't be entertaining while lubing. Like I usually put up Gossip Girl or Friends or something in English. It has to be in English, and I just like let that shit rip because I need like lubing is just it is a painful exercise for me. Okay, all right now, moment of truth. AP stabs, please don't be sticky. We used a lot less lube this time. It should be good, right? I bust out parts into individual bowls, use a butter bowl as a lube palette, then I have a station where I can put in 33 at a time. Using a proper stem holder saves a shit ton of time, TBH. Love a good stem holder. Love a good stem holder. I don't know what kind of bowls these are. But yeah, these are the bowls that I put everything in when I'm lubing. They're still here from when I lubed the Helios for the frog. But as a result, whenever I go looking for those bowls, I'm like to actually like eat out of them or use them. It's like, where the fuck did they go? It's like, oh yes, I commandeered them. Yeah, that's the way I catch my English shows and movies when I lube. You kind of have to watch stuff to stay sane. Lumeo. Not the ass wiry stem holder. It's got to have a good solid metal tip. Yeah, I don't remember where this is I have the TX stem holder. I see a lot of people using this one. Wish it came in a cute color. Wish it was pink or purple. Okay. I have the Wuche lube station. It's really compact, but it doesn't take up my whole desk space. 4mm lead holder. Interesting. I didn't like how that sounded. My problem with hot swap is I feel like, I don't know, kind of like a monkey. I feel like I fuck up a lot of switches. Just like inserting them. So I just always have to be extra careful when building with hot swap. Or actually checking legs. Honestly, I should be checking legs, but sometimes you just don't notice anything's wrong. Sonny, I'm fixing it. Like, don't worry. Oh, thank you for following Bitter Seeds. I didn't know that those exist. I'm using the wiry ass stem holder. It makes a big difference. Alan had like a not as good stem holder I was using for a while, and it was just not good. Is there anyone here who thinks there's a difference in acoustics between hot swap and solder? I think some people cope. I'm actually not gonna put this one in. I don't know if there's a difference. People say there's a difference. People say that solder sounds better, but I truly do not know. I've heard that like Milmax and solder sound close enough, but I'm gonna be honest. If you're Milmaxing, you might as well just solder. You really might as well just solder. But again, that's copium on my end because I don't know how to Milmax, or I've never attempted it. One day, but just I'm scared of it, honestly. Oh, weird. My music has been off for how long now? How embarrassing. Right. Oh, thank you for following, Aaron. Milmax is the goat, though. Hell no, Milmax for not having to desolder is the way. Okay, valid takes. I just have not done it. But again, I have my own personal skill issues. Not everyone has the same skill issues as me. Sorry, I can't stay for too long to live with the bill. Considers are dank. Thank you, Aaron. Milmax every board I don't have a half plate for. Basically, feel the same way. Milmax might as well solder. 200 Milmax costs the same as another pill speed. That's the other thing. I think I've also stayed away from it because everyone sells Milmax sockets are expensive. Thank you for the follow, Subsector. And I just like, I'm scared. I don't know. This is a very expensive hobby, and like I feel like I have gone past the point of like where I thought I would be investing into keyboards and like Milmax sockets. Like that's just another that's climbing another step, you know. Okay, these stabs sound. Let me take this off. Stabs are great. Not sticky. Not like my CW. Very sad about that, but okay. So TXAP, stem only, don't do housing lube. Good, amazing, beautiful. Love it. For me, the price is the only downside to Milmax for sure. But being able to freely swap out the switches to test switches without having to worry about popping out a kill sock or having to disassemble. Unless you buy in bulk, it's usually like 40 to 50 for a PCB's worth of Milmax sockets. 40 50s is quite a lot. Mode sells cheap sockets. I've heard Mode has good pricing on them. Milmax GBs are the way to go for sure. Not another GB. Okay. What is like the it's not that kind of GB. We're just a bit traumatized here. What? Okay. I know that there are like a lot of different socket options, numbers, types. I don't know what the right term is. What is the best one for someone to start with? Like if I'm gonna learn how to Milmax, it's probably gonna be on stream, and you guys are probably gonna laugh at me, but I need to know like what is the best one to buy. 3305 or 335051. Okay. All right. 33051. Okay. Usually the bigger the socket, the better. Okay. Oh, but that means I gotta read specs, Tony. And like, who has time to read specs? I'm just kidding. I need a spacebar switch. What's the 6.25 bottom row? Where would I find one? I'm like questioning if the bags of GMK Dracula that I got out ahead of time for this actually have all the caps that I need, but we'll see. We'll see. 33051 is longer, so less margin for error. 3305 are thinner on top of the PCB where the switch goes in, so they fit better. Okay. It'll be fine. Okay. I will explore. 0305 being longer. $3305 removed. Okay. 3305. 3305. Memorized. Loaded into my brain. Alright. It's not sticky, which is very good. I feel like could use a little bit more lube, but my problem with TXAP, now that I've had like a bad experience over lubing them, I'm like scared to do like the typical like syringe T205 into the butt. Like, I don't know. I need a, what is it, AAP, almost perfect, because I don't want to be scared to add more lube if it needs it, you know? But like, I can't do it in this one. Stabs will forever be the bane of our existence. Although, I will welcome the innovations that TX has done, because I'm be honest, like I have not built with Durox in a long time. I actually just don't really like to build with screw-ins. So things are better than they used to be. Keyboard society has changed. I actually even considered, because of like how much I hate this one. I have considered just like taking out the stab, desoldering it, and then making it split right shift. But then I don't know. I feel like that ruins the aesthetic on a TKL. Okay. Alright, now we're in the end game, basically. We just have to assemble this thing. Check out these switches. Sunny, if you're still here, did you want me to, like, tape the flex cuts or anything? I have to admit, like, I'm not really, like, a tape mod person. But I know that people... Oh my god, I'm scared. Won't this come out? Alright, honestly, it was, like, a bit terrifying with the flex cut here. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. All right. All right. Did you have a preference on which plate? Because we have a black plate. Speaking of Milmax stock, is anyone promote anyone know a mode discount code? True shit. Okay, but like, we want the red one. Okay, I agree. Red one is cooler. What color was the 722? It is silver. At some point, I feel like I need to go back and actually get a silver board or like boring colored keyboards. Oh no! Ask question, get ad quick. Where's the subscribe button? No. Oh, J1, thank you for the follow. I don't know how to like. Okay, I feel like I need to like research like what is like the optimal ad settings, because I feel like you guys are getting too many. The ones that are too long. I don't know. Twitch ads are just like so aggressive for no reason. Like they gotta make money, but they're actively driving people away from the platform. I feel like with how shit the experience is. Okay. We got one switch in. Doing good, doing good. Hongshu, are you back? It was silver. It was silver. Before he got taken away from the ads. There's two things when it comes to Twitch ads. You have less ads throughout than your pre-or ad, and people first join stream, they will get an ad immediately. Yeah, that's no good, because if people want to see you, then the ad might take them away. Okay. I need to look at my settings. So either choose no pre-rolls or less running ads. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I like better when I join streams. Hey man, go ahead. Like, why in the hell did they decide mid-roll ads should be a thing in a live environment? It's true. I don't know, just like give me like, I don't know, like you guys like remember like, I think like some websites are probably still built like this, but I feel like back in the day, the banner ads just littered all over the website. Like I feel like that's enough, you know? But online marketing has changed a lot, so like I know that tactic like doesn't work anymore, but like I can ignore it. It's easier to ignore. But I guess that's why they haven't done it. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. We're not soldering today, which I'm a little sad about, but it's good then, because Sunny, if you end up not, oh my god, Sunny, if you end up not liking this, then it'll be easy to take out. Oh my god. Maybe it's okay. I always forget that when you build with a plate fork, you have to go like up, because once you can't work your way back in. Thank you for following, Barlin. Banner ads would be so much better for the, sorry, you'll like again, like they have them on the site. Just put more of them. Just put more of them. Or sometimes I see like people have like less intrusive ads. I don't know. Maybe it's like just for partners. Again, I did not like how that sounded. Have you spent a stupid amount of money on something stupid recently? Yeah. Hang on, let me get it. Let me get it. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. This is it. This is my stupid thing. Because Final Fantasy 16 timed PS5 exclusive, and I have to know. I just have to know what's going on in the medieval Final Fantasy. Like I just cannot wait for the PC port. Anyways, I just bought that shit on Friday, so I am broke. Between buying flights to Cali, hotel to Cali, PS5, all the other stuff that I'd be doing, it is expensive. I'm living an expensive lifestyle. Just wondering how do you guys do to have these type of cam angles with the camera, what type of setup you got? Okay, honestly, I have 2 cameras. I have my face cam, and then I have the Keycaps cam, which is on a tripod. I used to have this as an overhead, but the mount on my desk just made it shake too much, and I didn't like it. But now I feel like everybody's back to using overhead. For like a while, I feel like people were going to the side shot, but really famous streamers will have like a bunch of that they play around. I'm like, I don't have that many cameras. I don't have that much space. Yeah, it's a camera on a tripod for this one. The PS5 isn't too bad. Costs less than many keyboards. Yeah, but when you take into account that I also buy keyboards, it's like, this girl's not very good with spending money. Okay, this is not going in. Oh, because it wasn't shut all the way. Okay. Would you mind showing the camera for a sec? I like kind of can't. Hang on. Let me see. When I switch to this view, yeah, you can't see it. It's just literally on a tripod. I sorry. But Marlon, if you have Discord, if you want to join my Discord server, just so like I have your username, I can send you a picture afterwards. Or I can take a picture right now, actually. Let me take a picture. Okay, I have to make sure because Alan's. I have to make sure you can't see Alan's toes. Let me see. How do I transfer this to my Discord? Yeah, I have a very like. I feel like I have a very basic setup, and I could do more, but I just don't. Like everything is just like so like cameras expensive, keyboards expensive, PS5 expensive. Like I want to go back to when life was just like a little bit cheaper. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you for following Mohuba. All right, let me. Okay. Okay. This is what we have going on. So like this is just like a little bit like behind my desk. Yeah, she's just chilling. I prefer a side shot on tripod as well. Get everything centered without looking too weird. Hard to pull off a side shot. Okay. How much did my beanbag cost, by the way? So my love sack was $800. I bought it with one of the like quarter. What is it? We do a quarterly bonus at my company. And I also bought like a little footrest for it because initially I wanted to get like the larger size that was a K. So I budgeted out a K from my bonus to spend on it. And Alan said we couldn't get that one because it was too big. So I ended up spending the extra money that I had left over like in my budget on like the little footrest, and it was awesome. Say less. Just hold the phone for a sec. I thought it was like a phone camera. PS5 looking cheap next to the beanbag. Okay, I have invested a lot of money into like my at-home life is what I'll call it. Just because like I do not go out that often. So having like a well decorated home is like something that's very important to me. And now that like we have like a permanent place of living, since we actually own our condo, we're not renting anymore. It's just like really nice to like have the pieces come in and just like, you know, vibe in, in my best life. Uh, does your beanbag cost more than your mattress? I don't know because my mattress is a hand me down from my mom, and we have not replaced it in I don't know even know how many years. So I have never actually bought a new mattress. Eventually, I would like to replace our bed because it's just like it's like an IKEA bed that we've had for a long time. But I just don't. I don't know. I've invested a lot of into this room and our living room, but like our my bedroom right now is just like a little plain because I don't know what to do. Because okay, like I I have a lot of stuffed animals. Like I love a cute plushie, big squishmallow fan. Just have accumulated a lot over the years, and now I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, okay, I probably should not be buying anymore, even though I love them because I don't have space for them. And I think at like some point I need to actually just like be an adult and not like have so many. Um, but it's really hard. It's like really hard for me to let go of them. Same, Sunny. Nice. Hey, Mazeo, how are you? I'm good. We're building a hot swap, us F1 today, so that one did not go in good. So this should be pretty quick. Sunny, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm putting them in carefully, and then they're just not cooperating. Okay. You have a lot in here, though. I'll try to straighten them all out, as many as I can off stream. But just like something I really hate about building hot swap is like you push it in even like slightly off angle. She's bent. She doesn't want to cooperate anymore. Um, but yeah, Varlin, I don't use a phone cam. I know a lot of people use phone cam though, but like I have a what is it? I have a 10s Max, so it's not even like a newer it's not even like a newer phone anymore. I don't know. I'm also like completely out of storage on my phone. Dude, I'm just like fucking these up. I'm so sorry. Right, let me try to do this a little more carefully, but what's the most expensive piece of furniture I have? My couch. I spent a lot of money on my couch. We just had some leftover money from when we bought the condo, and I splurged. It cost more than like I think it cost more than a TGR Jade, but I don't know how much Janes go for right now, so maybe it's not an accurate statement anymore. But yeah, furniture is really expensive. Like having nice furniture is like it's like really hard to find. Like it's really hard to like dig through all of like the marketing and all of the like different furniture brands that are out there because for example everybody thinks West Elm is like high quality like bougie furniture, but it's not. Like West Elm is like not a furniture brand that like I have any pieces from, and it's just like not a good customer service experience. But like growing up, you just kind of like assume like, oh, like when I upgrade from IKEA, like I'm gonna go to West Elm. But West Elm, I'm sorry, is not it. Um, what is your day job, if you don't mind me asking? So I work at a tech company. I'm not like a software engineer, but I do work with like a lot of like engineers like in my role. Um, I always have the hardest time like explaining like my job, especially to my mom. But like my official title is I'm a solutions architect. Uh, honestly, I just kind of feel like a corporate tool. But it's like I help bridge the gap between like engineering speak and like the rest of the world. the best way I can describe it. Oh, thank you for following, Orion. But yeah, I used to work. I used to work in like professional services, so I would work more on like the implementation of like our software for clients, and I was really fucking good at doing that. But then I also felt like I wanted to like blow my brains out, so I was able to transition into this and actually stop working with clients like as closely as like I used to, um, because I had a really great boss, and when I told her like 2 years ago now, I was like, hey, liking the vibes of the company, not sure I still want to be doing implementation work a year from now. And honestly, it's been great. Engineers are the best. Oh, so what's the best furniture brand? Um, Honestly, the best furniture like is like the best. I find that like for like my taste, right? I feel like my taste might be a little more eclectic than others, but like for me personally, I like looking at people who source like a lot of their furniture like vintage. Like I find it really boring if you get all your furniture from like one store, like one specific like design style. So obviously in this room, like this room is not like I'm really proud of my living room. I'm not this room is kind of like whatever. But I really like I like CP2. Our couch is from Crate and Barrel. Um I have like I have some kind of I call them like furniture hype beast lights, but like I have like a pendant lamp from Herman Miller. I have like an Akari light. Like it's just like I like to shop around, and I'm not really like loyal to like any one brand. But I will say that like stuff from like Herman Miller, Design Within Reach, Hey, like I really like those pieces. I just don't have that kind of money. Hello, how are you? I'm good, Orion. How are you? I'm trying to put in all these switches into a hot swap board. I fucked up a couple of switches already and I feel really bad about it. I'm going to try and straighten all the legs out, but I just hot swapping is not like my best friend. But again, my personal skill issue. It's a little bit bright, so I'm going to close. All right. Maybe I can turn down the brightness too. I feel like I'm like glowing. Okay. Oh, interesting. Was it something I attended school for? So no, I was a media arts and like design major. So like I was making like InDesign PDFs. Like I think like back then when I was in college, I personally like I didn't know that much about the world. I still don't, but I find that like when you are in school, at least like back then, like I guess like so like my parents come from like a healthcare background, right? And the problem with having that and the fact that they are also immigrant parents is that like they couldn't give me like any kind of like they had no idea of like what other jobs outside of healthcare were. So when I did not want to pursue healthcare, they literally were like, "So what jobs are those? Like, where are you gonna work?" And like, I'm be honest, like that was something that I really had to like struggle with, like finding all that info out. Like now everybody's like, "Oh, I want to be like a UX designer. I want to be a UI designer." I didn't fucking know those words, like those terms. I didn't know about those jobs when I was like in school. And I will say that like growing up, like if I had to go back, I would probably go into like web development because growing up, like I taught myself HTML and CSS when I was on Neopets because you could have these really cool like guild layouts, and could not like I was like 8, so I couldn't like set up a guild like for my life back then. But I really liked the layouts and like the process of making them. And then there was like a period of time where I was like really into like making just like custom WordPress blogs because I saw a lot of other websites that like I followed doing that. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It was a special niche interest of mine growing up that I didn't keep up with as well as I should. But like having that background and like being able to like read HTML and CSS like got me my tech job because it like proved like, oh hey, like you actually know like how to dissect code a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. working sensibly with clients with inches of paint. I really like Danish design, but it's also hella expensive. Yeah, Sky, like, I want to go back to when, IKEA was pumping out bangers for really cheap. Now they're kind of a little bit boring. My dad's thrift furniture. That shit's heavy. Thrift furniture it's an art. It is an art to thrift furniture. I always have some needle nose pliers and tweezers to fix pins. You probably get paid like a baller now. I could be getting paid a lot more. I could be getting paid a lot more. But I make a comfortable amount. I live a comfortable life. I live in like not like a super high like cost of living area, but like I'm doing pretty good. There are worse places that I could be living. There are also better places I could be living, and I'm trying to like look at things more positively. I don't know. It's just like I'm very blessed and fortunate that my tech job, like we are fully remote. We don't even have like real offices like anywhere. So like even if they wanted us to return to office, like it would take some time for them to like figure out all those details. But yeah, just like I don't know if you guys like are in tech, but there's this like forum called Blind or this app called Blind. It's kind of like it's like Reddit but for tech workers, and it's like aligned by companies, but it's like anonymous. So like how it works is like you have to like prove you work at tech company by entering your tech email, but once you actually get like a username, it's all just like randomly generated like letters and numbers. And like people like it used to make me really depressed like reading their posts because it's mostly like software engineers, and like one of like the big things about etiquette on Blind is like if you are going to ask a question, you're going to post anything, right? You need to post your total compensation. And I'm not a software engineer, so my total compensation for the most part is my salary. And my salary is, it's not like 300K. Like people often will just be like been working for like a year and a half. I have these two offers, one from Amazon for 260 total comp, and then one from Microsoft for like 250 total comp. Like which one is better, you guys? And I'm just like, what? You make that much money? What? And like total comp like is your salary plus your stock options, and I don't have those things, so I don't know like how to like calculate like that like number because again I'm not a Swede, but like you hear how much money these people are making, and you're just like, what the fuck am I like doing with my life? And again, like I could have probably gone to a boot camp for a little bit, but my problem with like I don't know, my problem with school and debt is I don't want to have any debt. Like I don't want to like go. I just don't want to have debt. I don't want to have like debt looming over my head and like influencing my decisions. So I probably could have like participated in a boot camp like before like tech started imploding and made like bank, but I also don't know if like I even want to be like an engineer. But I feel like I could do it. If I just studied it, I probably could have done it. When I tell people I'm in IT and people are like, damn, you must be loaded, I'm like, bestie, I had cup noodle for dinner last night. Okay, but like, what kind of cup noodle? There's tiers. There's tiers to cup noodles, Snoopy. Maybe you got the bougie cup noodle. I just ignore my debt. True shit, Hendra. Tech right now is crazy. I'm not an engineer or etc. either, but work for a tech company. It is bad. And like even though like I could have left to have made more money, it's like I don't want to say I feel stuck at my current company, but I didn't leave during the height of the great resignation because like transitioning from like a client facing role to one that is less client facing was like a big goal of mine. And it's not like I can be like, hey guys, I've been a solutions architect for like 2 days. Like I'm ready to take on this role at another company. For more money because that's really the best way to like grow your salary. I don't know. I'm supposed to get my manager told me he's trying to get me promoted this cycle, so we'll see. But I'm not expecting too much. Like bump wise, like I think like for most of my company, they're just like waiting out I think a lot of people are just kind of like waiting out the industry. Let's see. Is work fun? Is work fun for you? I don't know. I would say no. I feel like I have undiagnosed ADHD. I have not like done the formal evaluation and test, but like I talked to like a therapist and like we kind of did like a couple of like diagnostics. But again, it's very important with these things that like if you really want to know, you should get properly diagnosed. But I don't like work just because it like my most creative like times of the day are during work hours. And I have trouble sometimes focusing at work if I'm thinking about like how to make my stream better, how to like edit a YouTube video. Like I still am like very interested in like media creation. It's just kind of sad that I didn't like invest in that more when I was younger. Because now I have to balance like school, or sorry, I have to balance work with like the other things I want to pursue like off work hours like this, right? And then you have people who are able to do it full time, and I just get like so incredibly like jealous that like damn, like if I had the whole day to focus on that shit, that'd be great. But at the same time, I also know I don't have a ton of discipline, so maybe it wouldn't be good for me. But yeah, work is just not fun because it's something I have to get through, and the really shitty thing about my work is I have to submit like a time card at the end of every week, because it's how we like bill our clients and stuff. But I have to submit how I spent my 40 hours for the week, against like a bunch of different like charge codes and whatnot. And that part is not fun because it's like even if I like got a lot done for the day, it's like, well, I can't really like log off because what am I gonna say I did on my timesheet, you know? But I don't know. It's kind of I also see like the benefit of that because like when I was in my like I guess 2 jobs ago, when I was also in a client facing role, we did not have that. So if a client wanted something from you, it didn't matter how much time you spent on it. Like you need to make them happy, even if they were asking for like the most ridiculous things. So at least with like the current job in like the time card system, like you can't ask too much of me. I'm gonna charge you. I'm gonna charge you for my time. And I'm in a role where like my time is very valuable. Like if you're talking to me, like there must be a big fucking something must be on fire or it's a big fucking deal. Yeah, that's the only bad thing. That's like one of like I guess the worst things about my job if I really think about it. Like I'm not really free when, you know, I should be. I work for a very small IT company, so they've been at the point where I'm gonna have to start looking at other companies when it comes to finding high compensation. It's true. We can't like job hopping is the best way to grow your salary. That really sucks because I feel like for most people, we just want to make a higher salary at like our current job. We don't get rewarded for that. My problem right now is I have no education or certification. I basically BS my way into IT. Kind of same, Snoopy. Kind of same. Oh my god. Plate. Why you fall? Come back up, plate. Oh my god. I fucked this up. Oh my god. Plate just dropped at the bottom. Alright, well. Can I pull it back up? Will it let me? Oh, thank you for following, Dutch Master. How are you? I have to pull the plate up. What's happened to anyone else? Like, I am using my plate fork where I can, but like now it's like not raised for all the switches. Super tired, was golfing all morning? Dude, is golf like trending right now? Because okay, Alan, who who has been here this whole time over here, he golfed in high school. So like okay, it's normal for him to golf. But now all of his friends are golfing too. So I'm like, is it the new trend? Is there like a golf anime? Because like I know when Haikyuu, every time Haikyuu comes out, everybody just suddenly has like a huge volleyball interest. So like, are we all just getting old? Like, what's going on? I've been golfing since I was 4, and yes, it was trending. Okay, Dutch, you're OG. He's not. He's not a bandwagoner. He's an elite golfer. Trend for the rich? I don't know because I know a lot of like normal people that I wouldn't say are like uber rich that are getting into golfing right now, and I'm like, well, you guys have fun with that. All right, I don't like how these looked. I feel like I should have used a plate fork. I feel like why am I using my plate fork? I don't know. I'm just trying to pull the plate up because it dropped for a quick second. I use clubs that are 14-year-olds or get clothes from Walmart. There's been an increased target for the young gen via YouTube. Wait, really? We have golf influencers right now? Like what's going on? What's going on? Is like is TikTok sponsoring golfers? Like I'm actually like not kidding when I say I feel like so many people I know who I wouldn't expect to be into golf. They're just golfing now. Is it the outfits? There is actually a golf anime, Snoopy. It's called Birdie Wing, I think. Um, it's like a titty golf anime. You know, it's not the boys playing golf; it's the girls playing golf. So like, I don't know. I don't know if it's that popular. I noticed it too. Golf and pickleball seem to be getting more popular. Okay, my mom is like obsessed with pickleball. She's like obsessed with pickleball. She's always trying to get me to go out. You know, bless her heart because she's looking out for me because she knows that I'm just sitting here. First thing I hear is titty golf anime. Wait, no, I'm not kidding. Okay, like anime has a huge influence on I think the youngins, right? But like here, I'm not like actively watching this show, but Alan is. Hang on. Okay, what's like a good like here, we'll watch the trailer. Alright, let me like for the first time ever, Golf Girls animation. Don't know who any of these people are. Like, is this why everyone's getting into golf? I wouldn't put it past them, but like I don't know. Did I judge it? Maybe it's not like a titty golf anime. Maybe it's just girly golf anime, but I don't know. The blonde, I swear she was showing a little skin. Oh my god, I don't know what Nightbot is doing. Oh, golf seems interesting now that you say it. Are we seeing like a Kageyama Hinata situation here right now, Alan?
I think it's more of a Naruto Sasuke situation.
Oh, Naruto Sasuke?
Yeah, one comes from like a rich family, good
Okay.
lineage, you know.
Oh.
The other one
Bred for golf. Okay.
The other one has like a from the dirts, you know, but like oddly skilled.
Okay. All right, newcomer.
Yeah.
There's a certain generation of golfers that I found the hobby through Happy Gilmore. I see. Okay. Anyways, that's the golf anime, which I thought was titty golf, but it looks a bit more wholesome than that. Yes, Birdie Wing.
Definitely feel good. Not so smart.
I thought it was like okay. Is this all of them? Okay. Okay, but at the risk of exposing myself, if you see girlies golfing in anime, it's fair to assume it would be fan service. Most animes are these days. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just judged Birdie Wing a little bit too harshly. But at the risk of exposing myself, okay, what are your guys' favorite sports animes? Because I have an answer that I don't think any of you guys are gonna like, but genuinely, like, I feel like I want more people to watch this show, but it is a bit horny, so just don't watch it around your mom if you still live at home, okay? But let me hear the answers. Shokugeki? No, it's not Shokugeki. I don't watch sports anime. Okay, Snoopy. Well, I have one that you should watch. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you want people to watch a horny anime? I want people to watch and appreciate this show. And it is very fan servicey, but when I tell you, I cried at the ending. I made my other girlfriend watch it too, and she also cried. Like, we were in tears. Careful for Twitch TOS. Wait, do you think Alan knows the show? Alan, do you really think like Twitch TOS would take it down?
You know, I don't know actually. I usually don't know.
Okay.
Talk about ads and everything, unless you just get demonetized.
It's not like Twitch really pays me anyway, so.
That's true. That's true. You're not really getting paid for anything.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm literally just hanging out. Okay. It doesn't show any R-rated stuff. You should be good. Okay, thank you, Snoopy. Okay, let me do this last switch with careful confidence. Why is this not... This doesn't feel good for some reason. I'm sure there's still one in here with like a bent pin, but we'll get to it when we see it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna expose myself. This is my favorite sports anime, and it does more like in terms of like the timeline and the pacing, it does more in one season than Haikyuu did in like 3 or 4. And I'm gonna just say this: I am a Haikyuu fan. Haikyuu and this show are like in kind of different tiers, but like the way that we were able to progress through so many arcs in one season for the show made it quite enjoyable. And I just have to. It's just a shame that we'll never get season 2. Oh my god, I don't even know like what to show. Do they have a trailer? Okay. You know, we're gonna play the opening. We're gonna play the opening. I'm gonna be really brave and play the opening. I think you get everything you need from the opening. Okay. So, the show is called Keijo, and it's a sport you have never fucking seen before. But like, I'm telling you, this is my favorite sports anime. Maybe a little loud. Like, this, like, I'm telling you, this show was an experience. This show was an experience. And at the time when it first came out, I was like, I don't know about this one, but it's just a bunch of girly pops. It's just a bunch of girly pops having fun. Oh my god, hi Frank. Okay, we just have to. This is a really important show. This is a really important show. I think everyone should watch at least one episode. Like, when I tell you, the techniques that they bring out in this show are incredible. I think they also had some references to Fate as well, with some of the moves these girls be doing, and you just have to watch it. You just have to watch it. Like, I might rewatch this. Like, looking at this, I might rewatch it. Like, the strength it takes to pull off these moves. Like, I've tried it. There's like a scene where they go through like their training exercises, and like it's intense. It's intense. Anyways, I'm a bit of a degen. I got some surprises. Okay, the PB lore. I got stuff going on. Looking at this, I might watch it too. Holy crap! Yep, it's Keijo. It's Keijo. It's actually okay. Like, you just need to suspend like your horniness, like for like it takes a bit to get over the fact that it is just like straight up fan service. But I'm telling you, at the end, I cried. Like, I was in tears at the ending. Like, I was just so moved by like the story, the friendships. Like, it's great. Is this my personal build? No, this is actually for a client. He's been in and out of chat. X Sunny D. I wish I had an F1. Wait, I just not put. This whole time I was like, I'm done. I didn't do these two switches in the middle. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Keijo. I was too excited to talk about Keijo that I was like, oh, we don't need to do switches. Is this a Sumer water polo hybrid? I don't know what to call it. It's like sumo, I guess. More like sumo, but you can only hit with hits or ass. Like, those are your two weapons. Hits and ass. It's okay, I'm also stun locked by Keijo. The hip whip got me. The hip whip got me. I'm telling you though, it's a like, I know it is so sus. I know it is so sus, but it is really good. And if you don't enjoy it, I feel really sorry for you, but it's great. Like, I know that there is some validity to my statement because, again, I told you, I watched it, then I immediately rewatched it with my friend, also female, very important, right? Like, I'm not watching it with my male friends, okay? I watched it with my female friend. We were both in tears at the end. And then and then we got two of what I would call my more adult friends to watch it. They watched that shit in one sitting, and they also said it was incredible. So don't count Keijo out. It's a bit of an oldie, but don't count her out. Who is doing the hip whip? The girls are doing the hip whip. The main character is doing the hip whip. The hip whip is actually it's actually a forbidden move. Sugar 3, what is my main keyboard? Well, I have two desks. So I have a keyboard on each desk. One is for work, and then one is for like my personal desk. I guess like for this desk, I actually usually have my Drift Mechanics Austin. But I haven't been using it over the last week because I just built this one, which is my CW88, and I actually really like it. I don't know if it's gonna replace my Austin because I'm not gonna lie, I do love my numpad. I bind a lot of my Final Fantasy 14 macros to it, so we'll see. But I rotate a lot. You know what song goes perfectly with Keijo? Queen Card by G Idol. I don't listen to K-pop like that anymore. This is like, it switches in my CW. Just look up the lyrics. Should we play it? I like changed my Twitch settings so it's like the audio doesn't get captured by the VOD anymore. That's how people get around some sneaky stuff. Is it Queen Card by G Idol? Okay, this is it. Can we get a lyric video? All right, what do you got to tell me about my wavelength? Okay, Snoopy. You said this is the Keijo song? Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna say this. Okay, Snoopy? Like, am I quite sexy, so you crushed on? Do you want my kiss too? I'm gonna just say this. There are no men. No, there is not a single man in Keijo. There are actually no men. So the girls, I'm gonna just say this. They're not giving each other kisses. So already this song is pandering to an audience that Keijo is watching, but they're not in Keijo. We can keep watching though. We'll get to the chorus. Actually need to pull Via back up to test that everything's working. Birthday cake? I don't even know if anyone has a birthday. I see. I see. I see, Snoopy. I see you. Okay. It's like mainstream K-pop. Interesting. Okay. I've talked about this before, but I was I had a moment. I spent a lot of years in the K-pop dungeon, but this was back in like second gen. So think like SNSD, think like Big Bang, think like Shiny. Shiny was like my like group, and I've been listening to Shiny more now that it is summer. I'm having a Shawwal summer. If any Shawwals are in chat, but I'm being honest. Like ever since my bias passed away, like I can't do it anymore. Like my bias in SNSD was Jessica. She got kicked out. And then my bias in Shiny, he died. And it was just like it is just such a privilege. Hello, TK Martian. I'm gonna say this. It is such a privilege to like one have your bias survive being in the K-pop industry, and it's also a privilege to like see them grow up because when I see everybody like getting so excited about like Jenny and Lisa, like all these people, right? It's like it just like reminds me of the fact that like my obsession, my man, Kim Jong Hyun, he's not here anymore. But I will say my silver lining for that is I will at least get to remember him before the wave of like overdone fillers and plastic surgery just like went crazy in K-pop. Like some of the male idols these days are looking a bit scary. Like yeah, the K-pop industry is so toxic. It really is. It really is. And that's why like I don't know, like I just can't I like listening to New Jeans. I like New Jeans' music, right? But I just have to say that like in general, I'm just like I'm not in that phase of my life anymore. I kind of miss it though, I'm not gonna lie. All right. All right, moment of truth. Bent pins. What did you do? Okay. Oh my god. Function keys. Doing stuff in OBS. Okay, Keijo incoming. Dude, I fucking love Keijo. Like, if anyone actually watches it, like, please come back next stream. Right, this is not. She's not actuating. Please come back next stream and tell me how you felt about it. Like, I fucking love Keijo. Like, it is so embarrassing to admit that I'm a fan, but I'm a fan. If Keijo has no fans, that means I'm dead. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Sunny. I'll straighten all the pins out as best as I can before I give them back to you, but like I just fucking hate hot swap. I'm gonna start watching it in 5 minutes. Alright, Shy. Scary part is how some of them will literally be like 15-year-olds sent to training camps to have every aspect of their lives controlled as they shoot for a chance to become an idol. Yeah, like they like Eugene's is fucking young, dude. Like their youngest member was like middle school aged, I think, when they debuted, which was like not that long ago, like basically like last year. So like there's a K-pop training camp. Okay. So for people who have not like followed K-pop, like how it works is like you audition for like the entertainment companies, like imagine like Universal Music, right? Like you audition for the training company, and then the training company like they see your potential or whatever, and if they accept you, then you have to start going through idol training, and it is like fucking brutal. Just like you don't have any free time. Most of them I think have to like drop out of school or get like tutoring separately. Like it's just not like a good uh thing on you to develop. And just because you've auditioned and you're training, it doesn't actually mean that you're actually going to become an idol like in the end, because like the K-pop industry is very like fickle and honestly like pretty dark. So like there have been like if you like look at like some like I guess like trainee pictures like in the past, I only know like second gen references, right? But it's like you'll find that like, oh, there was supposed to be a 10th member in SNSD. There was supposed to be another member in this group, right? But like they just didn't make it to the end. But you still like spend all that time like with it. Like I don't know. Like the training is not fun. Okay, cool. Everything works. Okay. I'll fix these switches. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine being 15 and 16, being in training camp for 9 years. Cirque du Soleil is like that. I hear you audition, you have to train like crazy, especially in new things, and maybe they'll offer you a contract for the show. It is like the military. It is like the military. So like for an idol to actually like debut, they have to go through a lot. Like they need to achieve and accomplish and survive a lot. And the thing is like even after you debut, like it's not over. Like the work is just beginning. Like I don't know like how things are today, but like back then, if an idol like if it like came out if an idol was like in a relationship, like even if they were like dating like another celebrity, like people would lose their shit. Like the fans were haters. They did not want to see. Thank you for the follow reply. They did not want to see their fave in a relationship, and it made it very hard for like idols to live. Like I don't know. I know a lot about like old school like K-pop lore and like drama, but like there was like one band that was pretty popular until they had like a couple of other members leave, and it was like a huge lawsuit called like TVXQ or DBSK. And I remember reading about how like they had like fans who were so obsessed with them that like one of them actually tried to like poison like one of the members. And I can't remember if it was like successful and like he was like hospitalized. He didn't die, but like people are like the fans are crazy. Like even after you debut, like your life still kind of sucks. And for idols that are in like smaller companies where it used to be that like if you wanted to be successful, you actually had to be like in like one of like three of like the big three companies. Now I think like things are a little bit different. But yeah, like a lot of idols would like they would come on, they would debut and like not have like very much success, and they don't get like paid a lot because from what I remember, like all of the like most successful idols, they got paid they got their wealth mostly through like brand endorsements and deals. So it's kind of a dark place. There's a lot of we can have like a K-pop lore stream one day, and I can try to bring out like everything I've like ever 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 stored up in here. But yeah, K-pop is it's not a fun place to be. Um, let's see. The ones that debut you eventually become rich for agency with money to start. As far as people support this if they start very young. Yeah, so like the thing with K-pop is like, and J-pop, I guess to some extent, but I don't know J-pop as well. Um, the marketing is so fucking slick. Like the marketing is so good, and people get caught up in like the fun music and like the bright aesthetic, right? That like they're not like thinking about like how these celebrities are actually being treated, and that's kind of also why like for me personally, like I have listened to a lot of K-pop in my life. Um, I'm just like once you kind of like see the industry for what it is and like how dark it can be, it loses a lot of like the allure. Everybody wants to believe that their idols are being treated really well. But like especially things are especially rough for like female idols because like the crimes that happen to women in the Western civilization, it also happens in Eastern civilizations, and it's not it makes me very sad. So, yep. Those guys who become professional motorcycle races, they start around 7 or 8 years old. Same thing. But motorcycle racers don't have the same like attention on them that like children entertainment idols do. Like, look at how fucked up Justin Bieber is. Like, that's like a pretty good like I think like equivalence if you want to look at like an American Idol, American celebrity versus K-pop. By like 50/50 story, they literally worked with a small agency. The owner of the agency sold his car to pay for the production of Cupid. When TikTok blew up the song, they're one of the few groups outside of the big agencies. The group Luna's world tour. Posture check? Okay. I don't know if I have good posture. I don't know. I'm checking it. I'm checking it. Okay. I'll lean back more. Um Thank you for following Stream Sheep. The group Luna's World Tour forced them to perform almost every day during that tour. Members were getting injured and collapsing on stage from exhaustion. That is very fucking common. Like these tours, these global tours that these groups will do, it's not easy, and like they really need to like take care of themselves because like if they can't perform, they're in big trouble. If they can't sing, if they can't like rest their vocal cords properly, like that's a problem. So like it is a very hard industry to be in. So I don't know. When my idol passed away, I was very sad, but at the same time, you never know what someone's like going through, and like that was a really big wake up call. I didn't really need to wake up, but it was like yeah, it pulled me out of K-pop forever. All right. I would love to talk about K-pop and celebrity gossip all day. I really could. Oh, thank you for the follow, Cool Weapon 3. But we have to build this board. That doesn't sound cool at all, especially the other 98 percent that go through camps and never become idols. See, the thing is, like, for fans of the industry, it's not that, like, the product of K-pop, like, the K-pop idols themselves are the product. If you never see the product that doesn't make it, you don't really think about them. Okay. I don't know. Alright. Let's build. Blackpink dated Pinkchella, then immediately went on world tour right after. Yeah, I'm sure those girls are fucking tired. Hello, I just bought. Let's go into custom keyboards and bought the RK61. I don't know. I'm being honest. Like, I will admit here that like I just do not know a lot about like the super budget space. A lot of the boards I build tend to be like I feel like are on average around like $400 to $500 for like just the board. Um, RK61 I feel like is pretty popular amongst newcomers, so like it probably can be modded. It just really depends on like how far you want to get into the hobby, I guess. Like if you just want kind of like if you just want a thocker, right? Like I think the RK61 can get you there with a couple of mods. So I think like objectively, like it's hard for me to say like, oh, like this budget keyboard is really good or really bad, just because like I'm not in that bracket, if that makes sense. But again, everybody has like different like you should get a keyboard that fits your budget. You should not be buying keyboards that require you to take out, you know, loans or anything like that. So I don't know. I don't want to like shit on budget boards, right? But it's like I just frankly don't have a lot of experience with them. Like, cuz like for me, I am fortunate enough where like I have like a pretty good job, but also like for me, I see the value in saving up for something that's higher quality, even if it means delaying like the gratification. Like I fucking joined group buys, man. Like it's a decent starting board. Some of the fans are also toxic. They see someone collapse on stage from your work, they're like they're not being professional. They should endure it. Yeah, like K-pop is not like it is. It is a dark, dark place. Get you a tofu 60. It's okay to learn the anatomy of a board. Okay, all right, chat. Hey, try or not try. Okay. All right, so we have 2 different length screws, which makes sense because it's a wedge. I wanted to get the Zoom 65, but holy shit, that is expensive. Honestly, I feel like Zoom boards should be pretty easy to... Wait. Sunny, I think the O-rings are already applied, right? I don't need to do anything else then, right? I'm just dropping it in. Like, again, I've never built an F1. I'm like doing this blind. I didn't even watch like anyone else's builds. Like, it already looks like the gaskets are pre-applied. The Envoy is a really good option for budget. I've been bottom O-rings. Where do they go? Like on here? Or like I feel dumb. I like don't see the cutout. Is it like right here? Okay. All right, maybe it will become apparent once I just put it on where the O-ring should go. That's a great question, chat. Okay. Okay, I see it. Okay, I get it. I get it. It doesn't look very obvious that an O-ring should be there. But okay. Like there's not a groove is what I'm trying to say. Like there's not a groove. Like there's a groove here, but it's not like up top where there is metal on both sides. Okay. 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 All right, let me make sure that I have this right. Just got the Akko CS lavender switches. Are they any good? I honestly feel like most switches are pretty good these days. I haven't really built with Akko switches. I know that like KTT switches are really popular in the budget range. But I know a lot of people use Akko switches as well. And I think they're fine. So okay. Okay, I just like it just doesn't look like I just want to make sure I'm measuring to the right piece. So it's this, 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 and this. Okay. Akko piano is god tier. Okay. Oh, Bitter Seeds with the build guide. Thank you, Bitter Seeds. Open the case, install the O-ring. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. I don't know. Sometimes, like, I don't know. I find, like, lately, I've been having to build more boards, like, completely blind. Like, no build guide. And, like, I do feel like for most, like, keyboard things, right? Like, it's kind of common sense. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, it's an area where I really appreciate it whenever a designer, like, takes the time to write a build guide or, like, work with a streamer to write, like, make build content. Like, yeah, like, for some people it's like common sense, but I don't know, common sense not very common. I'm definitely gonna cut these too short by accident. The fun part is making a squirrely O-ring sit straight enough without wanting to jump out. Also, I'm currently using stock keycaps. Any tips on what keycaps to buy? For in-stock keycaps, I would say, let's see. I would look at the selection up on Novel Keys, Canon Keys. Canon Keys has a lot of options with, like, their nice PBT lineup. Osume Keys, I don't know, like, cool weapon if you're into, like, the kind of, like, ooh aesthetic, right? You could be, right? Like, just because you got a cool weapon doesn't mean, you know, you're not into the ooh aesthetic. But I would say that, like, Osume's been doing a lot of, like, really interesting stuff in that space. Is it working, chat? Oh, I cut it too short. Is it like a... Does it have to be, like, perfect? It's not touching. Okay, we'll try it again. I don't know. Not a real key person until you buy GMK, darling. I heard Omnitype focused their build guide for their upcoming boards. That's gonna be cool. Like the Bauer Light or the They had like a TKL that they showed off at Novel Keys last year. Isn't the bottom just one piece? Needs to be perfect to 0.001 millimeters. No. All right, chat. It's over. Goodbye. Just kidding. Just kidding. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. You want me to leave? Would you like me to leave?
Redeem.
Was it redeemed?
No.
You can. Alan would probably be better at this than me. I'm a bit like, I know this is a secret to F1 sound. Thank you for following Zasco TV. But, like, I don't know. Geon is an innovator. I feel like he could give us the correctly sized O-rings. Like, if anyone can do it, it's gonna be Geon. Mark my words. Geon. I don't know if it's the right length. This one is a little bit too long. I don't know how to pronounce it, Annie. Okay, is it like Greg? Is it like G Geon? Geon. Okay. The plate O-ring should be on the outermost lip. Oh. Like right here? Wait, okay. Wait, fly back. Fly back. Like, out here? Or, like, up here? That makes sense. I feel like it's still touching the case here. I'm scared. I'm too scared to cut anymore. It's in the groove, no? This groove. I just feel like it's still touching it. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Sunny, I'm sorry. I might have to get you like another O-ring, but I've already done too many cuts. Okay, this one is still long, so I don't know. I fucked up. I made too many cuts. It's Geon. Okay. Thank you, chat. It's cool. I have extras. Okay. Okay, top is 2 pieces. Let me see. Is this long enough to fit the top? No, it's not. Okay, we're just gonna assume. Okay, these 2 pieces are good enough. I think for assembly, I'm just gonna say it, not my favorite mounting style, but I love the F1 sound. So if this is what has to be done to get us there, then fine, I get it. But mistakes help us learn. Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. Okay, this is good fit. Okay, and then what did I say the right size ones at the bottom were? These 2? Yeah, these look pretty long. Okay, this is actually pretty good as well. Okay, just have to fit the bottom one in. Wait, I didn't know Punk Shoe made the Gat cream sodas. Wait, I don't keep up with switches like that anymore. Oh my god. All right, Punk Shoe, these are gonna be the best long pulls that I've ever tried. I'm certain. Okay, I actually have never tried the cream sodas before, so like this will be my first interaction. Okay. Is this piece long enough to? Okay, this piece is long enough. So, all right. Well, I was a little too I know what I was doing. I cut. I was too excited to cut. Should have consulted chat. But it's okay, because I still have enough O-ring. I still have just enough O-ring to make this one piece on the bottom. So it's good. She makes a lot of switches. All right, what are the best Punk Shoe switches? What do I need to try next? And would any goated combos? I'm trying to experiment more with PP polypropylene plates these days. So like any switches that I can try for a PP plate in this, I will need to get some soon. They could do MX Blacks and be boring, but I already have MX Blacks in my half alu build, so. Okay, you one of the holy grails for cream sodas, so it's impossible not to like. Okay. It's okay, I didn't know she made super stuff. Apparently my soda's in a PP plate on SAT 75 and it made the board actually usable. Okay. At least lube isn't coming out of the top of the switch. Have you guys seen that video on the QK100 by Lucid? I always want to say Lucid Spark because work. But it's Lucid, near Lucid. Right, a little bit too long still. But the lube, where the lube was coming, where the factory lube of the switch was coming out over the top. Cool Weapon 3. I'm sorry, but who is Punk Shu? Punk Shu is a maker in the hobby. I don't know if he's designed any like boards or caps, but at the very least, he has created this switch combination for us today, the Gateron cream sodas. All right. Don't move, girls. Don't move. That's it, right? I'm gonna close this up. That's it. Uh-oh. Hey, girls, don't move. Stay in the channel. Don't move. Come on, girls. Cooperate with me, please. I feel like I might need to cut this one, but it's not too long. It's just trying to come up. Okay. Okay. I need to get the. I guess I'll have it here. The one case screw that was just loose in the case. I was like, huh? Okay. Try to start with a longer spring with the tops. Also, you need to do. Wait, the keyboard on the left. What keycaps are those? Yes, this is GMK Kohai, which is still in stock at mekibo.com, but they're I think they're more expensive than the RK61. But I'm gonna be honest, you can have like a budget board, but if you invest into like high quality keycaps, like it'll really elevate your build. That's my personal opinion. Should I go for like GMK keycaps? If you should only go for GMK keycaps if it's in your budget and you can deal with your keycaps shining. They will get shiny. I have acid fingers, so any like dark keycap set, it's very shiny in my house. Let me just say that. Like my GMK Dark Olivia, super shiny. GMK Rouge, super shiny. Was it GMK Umbra? I shine the shit out of my GMK Umbra. But I was able to get the Hiragana alphas from Kono randomly. So eventually, if I ever use it again, you won't see the shiny Latin alphas, but holy fuck. I know someone who drives an RK61 with GMK North. That's vibes right there, man. No, like the whole reason I got into custom keyboards is because I did not like the keycaps on my Corsair K70. So like if the font on Corsair keycaps had literally just been like a little bit less ugly, I would not be here today. Like keycaps, I think are the most. They have a lot of importance in the aesthetics of your build. I won't say that they're the most important thing, but changing out keycaps can really make it feel like it's brand new again. Embrace the shine. I have the most dry fingers, man. Can't even shine a cheek. What? Something does not feel. Tightened all of these, right? I'll go through and tighten everyone again. You know, maybe actually let me read the guide. But okay, yeah, I was like, not any extra screws. I don't think. Okay, everything is feeling solid. Okay. Feet. Oh no. It feels a little bit loose. I wonder if it's the O-ring. Yeah, it doesn't feel solid. Oh no. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to cut this O-ring at the top a bit more. But feels just like a tiny bit of give. Alan, come here. I need your opinion.
Yep.
So there's like a little bit of flex here. I don't know if it's like I need to screw in a bit more or if the O-ring has come out from the bottom. You see this?
I see that.
What do you think?
And you really kind of screwed it and gone in as best you can already, or you just kind of like.
Yeah.
I double check the O-ring then.
Okay. I'm gonna open this back up. Oh my god, hi, Goth.
Snag right there, you know?
Yeah. Well, the top one was. She was fighting me a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see. IMO PBT tends to give a deeper sound profile, and ABS tends to give a more higher pitched sound profile. Yeah. Like most of the sound tests, if you listen to them, Cool Weapon, on YouTube, a lot of them I find are usually ABS. So yeah, like if you are okay with ABS shine, then you'll be fine with GMK. But if you hate any kind of shine on your keycaps, like just don't even bother. If you're not gonna enjoy using the keycaps as keycaps because you're too worried about shine, it's like not worth it. All right. But congratulations on entering our rabbit hole. Someone said embrace the shine. That's the thing. It's one thing to embrace the shine. It's another thing to truly live it. And let me show you something. Alright, so my mode 65. Like, I have shined the fuck out of this set. And the thing is, when you shine your set, it's not gonna be even. So, like, you just have to be okay looking down on it and just seeing, like, she's shiny. She's shiny, man. Alright, I should have, I think, 3 of each. I'm gonna drop one of the shorter screws. Oh, here it is. Alright, my nose is actually running. I'm gonna BRB real quick. Okay. I'm alive. Okay. I'm gonna trim the top. Yeah, I'm gonna trim this a little bit. I just don't feel it fully closing up, even though I don't think this is too long. So I'm gonna trim this because I don't like that it's not that's flexing like a little bit. I seal everything up. Yeah, but cool. I would say like you want to. I would just try the board stock, and then try different mods. Like since this is your first board, right? Like I don't agree with like the sentiment that oh I should just foam everything up like right off the bat. Like it's I think like a lot of the fun of the hobby is like experimenting, right, with different like switches, different plate materials, different mods, right? And like just because a board is cheap, like I'm not gonna I don't think you'll like love the sound completely like right off the bat, but I think it is important to understand like what the keyboard sounds like stock before you start adding like all the mods to it. I feel like I have too many that are like the same similar length now. No, this is the one. This gotta be the one. Okay. That's a bit shorter, but it shouldn't stick out anymore. Okay, and then this one should still be in there. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I honestly prefer polyfill. Like using polyfill. I just find it easy. It's kind of annoying when you use polyfill though because like I find that my polyfill kind of like spills out into the sides, but the um what is it? You don't you still retain like I'd say like more of the board's like character than using I don't know, there's just so many foam variants nowadays. I think PE foam mod should kind of be like a last resort unless it's a sound that you're specifically going for. I've tried foam and I did it like the hard way. I didn't measure anything. I just went with the flow. Just going off of vibes. Yeah, there's no wrong way to build. Just kidding, there is a wrong way to build, but if you're like sometimes you just got to go with the vibes, so I get it. Yeah, polyfill is great. It's cheap too. Zip and Fit shelf liner is also really good because that way like you don't really like you can just rip off like the little cubes once you actually get it in the board. Want polyfill? Just murder a pillow. That's very true. Hey, burrowing owl. And then I picked the lavender purple. I just went like, sure, I'll get it because it looks good and people say it's good. Yeah, I find that like when it comes to switches, like I feel like there aren't that many like bad switches like making it onto the market anymore. But now I feel like there's actually too many switches. So it's like it's kind of information overload if you're like new and still like trying to develop your tastes. Okay. All right, this feels a lot more secure now. I'm glad I did it. Okay. Keycaps. All right. Earlier, I tried to actually find the keycap that I plan to use for this because it has been an embarrassing habit every stream where I cannot find any of the keycaps that I want to use because I don't do the best job of putting them back where they belong. I just also have too many keycap sets. But I think we should have everything we need. Since it's a silver board, we're going to be going with GMK Dracula. And I am kind of boring. I really like the Nightmode mods on Dracula. I don't really use Dracula in general, but I liked it more than the colorful base kit mods. Alright, and this is broken up into 2 bags because I think this should have everything I need alpha-wise. The last time I used Dracula was for the doll build. Dieelectric must have been kind of scary. I'm so scared of doing solder boards. I like building solder boards more. It's less, I find it to be less stressful. I bend way less pins, with solder. Like, I don't think I bend any pins with solder, really. But, it definitely takes some, practice. So if you've never soldered a board before, what I did was I bought a practice PCB from Cannon Keys, and it took a while to get the technique down, but once I had it down, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty easy. It opens you up to being able to, like, buy and use so many boards. Like, I used to also be a hot swap only girly, but, like, there are just so many interesting boards that come out solder only that, like, I think it's worth learning how to use it. Q or P. Oh, I'm sorry, Annie. It's the DAAL keyboard. I have switch commitment issues, so I mil-max even my solder boards. I mean, I need to learn how to mil-max. You guys are, like, kind of convincing me. But yeah, no, if a switch is funky or you need to, like, fix something, mil-max makes your life so much easier. Mohaba, that is a lot of money. I feel like everyone likes the Arias, can't complain too much about them. I only got these because of Alan. I wanted, like, white ones. I had black ones before. I don't know the name, Alan, I'm sorry. I don't know. Sometimes, like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I won't even be, like, listening to anything. I just like the feeling of, like, IEMs in my ears. It is strangely comforting in a way. What's the Aria's cool weapon? They are my headphones, my IEMs. I think IEM stands for in-ear monitors. Oh my god, I'm basically an audiophile. I'm basically an audiophile. What are the benefits of them? For me, I prefer IEMs over headphones because I feel like I have a very wide, like, head. It may not come across on stream. Maybe you guys think I have a wide head. I don't know. If you think I do, don't say anything. But I always feel like the pinch of headphones. So it's not something that I can, like, wear, like, on stream for too long. I don't know. It sucks being a big head girly, but it's kind of the cards I've been dealt with, I guess. Headphone rabbit hole next. I'm gonna be honest, I have, like, really terrible hearing. So I feel like there's definitely, like, diminishing returns with me. And actually seriously getting into like audio, which is why Alan, with his better tuned ears, is the one out of the two of us to get into that. I got IEMs because I hate how head would look up my hair. I don't want to look like Tyler 1. That's valid. Very valid. The only thing I don't like about IEMs is the cord is kind of short. Like I have mine plugged into my XLR, but if I didn't have an XLR, I wouldn't have any place to plug these in. Like it would not reach the what is it, my my tower. Same. I have the XLR on my desk and like doesn't bother me. Yeah, I bought like an extension cable cord for this because when I do my 16 stream, I would like to be wearing these and they will not reach. They will not reach. So hopefully it's supposed to come tomorrow. I need to do like a full test of my streaming setup when we do a 16 stream because I will not accept any technical difficulties. Oh, thank you for the follow, Tesserae. Just got back from a Key mini meet. Oh my god, so fun. With Ori demos, Wantagon, Melanie the Savage, and Rao 99. You seem cool. Aw, thanks. Try. Shut up. We're literally engaged. I don't know why you pretend like you don't like me. Like, I don't wear my engagement ring on stream, but when Alan sasses me, like, he gave me this. He literally asked me in public if I would wear this. And like, we're literally engaged, Alan. I don't know you have to act like that. Like, you don't like me. It's rude. Yeah, I don't wear my ring on stream usually because I'm scared of, I don't know, I feel like it would meld with the solder. Does anyone know Taobao? We know about Taobao. I've never bought anything from Taobao personally, but wait, my favorite streamer is engaged. I've been engaged. I've been engaged this whole time. I've been undercover. Okay. I actually don't know. This is for like the HHKB. These are the keys for that. I don't know if they're the right size. We're gonna pillage this one next. I brought my switches from Taobao. I waited 6 weeks and they're not here. Yeah, that's the thing about buying from China. But Taobao in particular, I know it can take a long time for shit to show up. So for me personally, if I have a choice, I'm probably getting switches from an American vendor. Like, I know that like if you buy stuff from Taobao, it can be cheaper, but like I can't wait that long. I'm sorry. Black Simon has a China buying guide if you buy lots of stuff on Taobao. Sorry, I just have to support my girl Popcorn at Mekibo. She let me run EPBT Superstar, so I'm always Popcorn's #1 fan. If Popcorn has no fans, that means I'm dead. As long as I'm alive, Popcorn will have at least one fan. Where should I buy GMK keycaps? You should buy them at mekibo.com. But you can find them in stock at like a lot of the bigger vendors. I know Alex Odos has a section on his website. I can pull it up in a little bit, but he has a section on his website for like keycap vendors. But my plug is always going to be Mekibo. Is this the right size? I never build with like 6.25 bottom row. I have no idea what's going on. I'm done with the shifts. I need a caps lock. I need caps lock in chat. I need caps lock avail. Caps lock? Caps lock? Caps lock. I always forget what the fuck these 4 keys are supposed to be. Also, I don't have a... I gotta find the space bar. Okay, because I didn't find every keycap. I just have too many. No step, bro. Feels like I'm missing a lot. I don't know what these are. I'll look this up when I'm done. Alt. And then I think we need an FN. This is not the right order. Okay. Like this the layout is not it's not the enthusiast layout. I will give it that. I need one more alt. Okay. And then I have I've never actually used like this much. When was the last time I used? Have I ever used Dracula Nightmode on TKL? Actually don't know. Okay, maybe I don't have all my ducks in a row as I thought. Alright, we have page down, we have page up, we have delete. Okay, I guess I have to go hunting for the rest of these. Grip. I'm looking for Dracula. Nightmode. I thought I had everything in these 2 bags, but I don't. Ugh. This is so embarrassing. I like actually need to like take all of my keycaps like out and like really organize them because I cannot keep doing this on stream. I cannot keep searching for keycaps. Like, look how many I have. And that's not even all of them. It's just the one I have GMK boxes for. Wouldn't be a PB stream without the keycap detour. I just like.
Give me a second.
Okay. Okay, because the problem is when I'm a hoarder too, dude. Okay, if I don't know, I need to do shout outs more often. Alan, can I get a shout out for Burrowing Owl? Do / shout out. Burrowing Owl. Burrowing Owl, I'm sorry, I don't know your IRL name. I be peeping his streams and his like collection of stuff behind him is crazy. Like what is it? Like the other day, Lawrence. Okay. Memorize, got it. Lawrence? Sorry, Lawrence. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just have to tell the story really quick. I'm sorry, you can't stop me. Lawrence was like he was knee deep in like keyboard cases. Like I have a lot of cases around here. Some are mine, some are like waiting to be built. But like when I saw his collection, I was like, wow, that man is into keyboards. Come on, Alan. Burrowing owl. Huh? Why not? Oh my god. Alan is like my only mod. Mod. You need help. He's gonna make me plug in the keyboard. You're not into keyboard unless half your bed is filled with keyboard stuff. It's fucking true. Did it work? Dracula be in the box? Also do by SO username. Okay. Alright. Okay. I guess I did not take them out of the GMK box, which is very rare. But I do not have enough JTK trays, so it is what it is. Okay, we're getting somewhere, chat. Insert. Home. Page up. Delete. Page down. These the right row? These are not the right row. This should be the end. This should be right. Are these the right row? Page down is not. Huh? But they're here. Okay, so you guys are not the right girls. I don't know. My nose is running again. I don't know what it is. Like, every time I stream, at some point, my nose just starts running, and it's like... Ah! I still don't know the nav cluster for TKL. You just have to sound it out. You just have to sound it out. I'm sorry, I refer to all of my things as girls. I crave female friendship. All of like, I guess to drop like a little bit more like Phoebe lore, I guess, is like my besties, for the most part, have all moved like out of state. So like these days, I'm not hanging out with as many girlies as I would like to. It's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a bummer. Hero summon redeem? Okay. Alright. Hero, you've been summoned. Come here. Okay. Hi guys. You guys haven't met him before? This is Hero. He is my Pomeranian. He is turning 6 next month. He's handsome. He's very fluffy. He's very fluffy. I like to keep him fluffy. Alan likes to give him a bit of a shorter cut, so we compromise by just doing what I want to do, so he's always fluffy. I need to be able to change the angle of my camera a bit more so you can see him. But Hero is a lap dog. Hero is a lap dog. So like I usually ignore him, but like I usually ignore him when I'm streaming, but he will come up to my desk either here or here, and he'll just kind of sit very politely, and he'll ask to come up. Like he'll just go woof, woof, woof until I pay attention to him. Seems like the keyboard streamers like cats. Look, I'm gonna just say this. I like cats too, but someone in this house who sits over here is allergic to cats, so we're not allowed to have a cat. But I would really like a cat. I would really love to have a British short hair. But unfortunately, I'm tethered to this man. Is that why you have a cat-sized doggy? Nah. I've always just really loved Pomeranians. I wish he would sit up more, but he's like literally sitting down. I think you might be able to see him. No. Angle's not good for it today. Alright, Hero. I'm gonna try to do this typing test with you in my lap. When I scoot forward, maybe you'll see him more, but he loves to sit in the chair with me. He usually will rest his chin here or here underneath. Oh, Clackbait, thank you for the follow. You should have like a dog cam. I've thought about it, okay? I've thought about having a dog cam, but the problem is like this floor is really messy. I have to think about like the best place to put it because Hero does like to move around. He's not always in his doggy bed. He's very partial to sleeping on random places on the floor. Raid incoming. Who's raiding? What's happening? I don't know. And he's giving me a warning. I'm like, I don't see nothing. Who, what, when, where keyboard. Alright, I'm gonna actually take out the rest of my GMK Dracula. A surprise? Oh my gosh. It's been really fun hanging out with you guys today. Ugh. I want to just like be able to like drop them all in, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So we're just gonna be a little bit unhinged, a little bit chaotic. Since you have that many keycaps, hand that shit over. I haven't sound tested yet. I'm delaying it. I'm trying to get my keycap life together by taking GMK Dracula out of the... I could have sworn I emptied out this box already, but clearly not. But yeah. Honestly, cool weapon, don't be like me. Don't buy more keycaps than you have boards for, because it's just... I'm drowning. I'm like fucking drowning. Every stream we get to the find the keycaps part, and it's like, I don't know where they are. Call me OCD, but I need original packaging. You keep all your sets in the original packaging? I like keep my sets so I can have my obnoxious like stack of GMK sets behind me, but I prefer JTK trays when I have money, and gallon-sized baggies when I don't have money. Alright. We will... So it takes up double the space. Well, I store my JTK trays actually like underneath, like in the cubby. So they actually stack really well. I don't know. I don't know, Lawrence. I'm just a girl in the world. I'm just a girl in the world. Temu for accessories? You want some little containers? Someone was selling Kinetic Labs containers in the DMV server, Snoopy. If you're interested in picking them up. The price was pretty good. Alan, can you hand me my pen? Thank you. I currently use baggies, but they aren't enough for a full set. Baggies are. Okay. Alright, Hero keeps, like, moving. He keeps booping his snoot. Okay. What is it? GMK Dracula Nightmode. Dracula Ace. Alright, now these are gonna go back into the keycap drawer where they belong. Welcome back. Okay. Desk is a little bit messy. Okay. I have to maneuver. You gotta go eat dim sum with your grandparents? Okay, that's a dub. That's a dub. Cool weapon. Getting dim sum when you don't have to pay for it. Oops. Getting dim sum when you don't have to pay for it is the best. Take me back. Take me back to family sponsored dim sums, because I'd be getting a lot less plates if it's I'm funding the dim sum for the day. Okay. Alright. Are we ready to type now? Okay. I'm gonna type with Hero in my lap. So let's hope he doesn't get tired. He doesn't get bored. Okay. Turn off my noise gate. Okay. Alright. Okay. Zen. No. Time. 6 seconds. Okay. So this is the Geonworks F1-8X 722, built with Gateron cream sodas by Punkshoe on an alu plate. We have TXAP stabs as well. Yay, TXAP. Alright. It sounds pretty good, right? Is pretty nice. Okay, Alan is gonna type now, but I cannot move. So Alan, I think you need to like wheel me out.
Oh my god.
Okay. I cannot move.
You stay here
Don't worry, cool weapon. Are you gonna type standing? Kneeling?
Kneeling.
Okay. Wait until cool weapon comes back. You have to plug it in.
Alright. It's also... A 1 minute ad. Tough. Oh, I got RGB. It's shining. Oh god. Oh god.
What?
He still got ads.
I'm so sorry, cool weapon. I can't help you. I'm sorry. Not the pies.
Okay, I'll go. No.
Oh, Shy! Thank you for the tier 1 gift to cool weapon.
Oh, poor guy.
Use my new emotes. I debuted my new emotes today.
Alrighty.
Okay, push me in.
Pushing you in.
Push me in.
Pushing you in. Smooth. Switches are really smooth.
I know.
They're great.
Sunny did a good job. Alright, well thanks for stopping by, cool weapon, and thank you for the follow, be seen? Okay. I mean that's how the cookie crumbles. That's the build, boys. Boys and girls. Boys, girls, theys, thems. Oh no. Okay, Nightbot, you need to stop. Okay. Alright, so that's the build. Let us... Who is streaming? Who is streaming? Let's, I'm gonna send you guys off somewhere. But who is up? It really is mod abuse. Okay. I only see one person building keyboards. I can't go yet. Oh, do I like the cream sodas? Okay, you're right. I have to... Let me give my cream soda review. Let me give my cream soda review for Punk Shoe. Since he labored so hard over this. Let me do this without my IEMs in. I actually really like these. Like the travel is definitely better than the long poles that I'm used to. And I would say that like I could use these. Like I could use these in a build. And it's quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice. Like these switches have a lot of hype. These switches have a lot of hype. And I'm gonna just say that lives up to it. No, so this is a Geos 60 by Holly. Let me show you. If you watched Code Geass, if you're a fan of big titty anime bitches, like someone here is, surely not me. This board, love her. But yeah, Puncture, these are great, and I think I might snag a set of these for my PP build that I'll eventually do once Hype Keyboard sends me the PP plate that I ordered. Yeah, I really like these. I'm curious what the factory lubing would be like, because these are coming to me already lubed. Yeah, no, these are great. I have a frozen screen of Keijo on screen with titties for the last hour. Pause to keep watching screen. The front lip is to die for. This? Yeah. Cream sodas are great. Clackbait is great. I put cream sodas in my 722 as well, and I like it. Oh, Nadaya, thank you for the follow. Yeah, no, these are nice. These are good switches. We love Hype Keyboard plates. I'm trying to love them, dude. I ordered my PP plate for the CW without reading that he was on like a serious delay. Like, it's fine, but I'm curious when they're actually going to show up. But yeah, no, these are really great switches. I don't know what the spring weight of these are. Sunny, I'm not sure if you did like a spring swap or if these are just like the stock springs. They feel pretty good. I need to actually use my TX extra longs in something, so maybe I'll use it for this. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, that's my review. F1, good. She's beautiful. O-rings, applying the O-ring mount, still not my bestie, but cannot deny that the F1 spacebars are unmatched. Okay. Oh, stop. Oh, filmed with TX 0.5. Okay. Very nice. I will be back again next week on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're either going to be building a KBD Fans D60 or the Bias. It just depends on whether or not I can lube the switches for the D60 on time. But I'll announce whenever it ends up being on my Instagram. We are going to send a raid to Mint Noises, and for a raid message, I don't know, I'm not really good with raid messages. Just do. Thank you, Curry Sound, for the follow as well. Aw, thanks, Punkshu. Here, well, let's try this. Have you tried cream sodas? Okay. How many is too much? Okay. Let's do that as the raid message. Eventually I will come up with a cute and snappy one. All right. We are gonna raid Mint Noises. Thank you everyone for following and the subs today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me. Or we could do have you watched Keijo? No, Snoopy, I cannot just drop Keijo on someone without an explanation. Like, Keijo is not, like, Keijo might be up Mint's alley, but I need to give my speech. I need to get up there and be the representative for Keijo, because no one is advocating for her and those girls like I am. Anyways, sending you guys to the raid. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Really appreciate it. And I will see you guys again next time. Bye.